Dialed in
to Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these stuff.
because they know the brews.
And they know the Bucks, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
And save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
and
brews.
brews.
Bucks and Brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews, and special episode tonight, Nick. We're dually recording with Mad Men Mental Health.
So are we though? Because the way I see it is there's five of us like on our phones. David's chomping at the bit to get going. And like we're just like I'm sending texts. Mike's over here sending texts. And David's like, come on, guys. And I'm like, game time, game time. David starts talking. And I was like, here we go, focus. Dude, it was probably my favorate 20 seconds of tonight. Say Mike's still doing it.
He's sharing it out on Mad Men Mental Health.
Yeah. Say no, I get it.
I am.
So, dude, I'm excited, right? I say 2 episodes hopefully tonight, so we can stop sucking at what we do.
Well, it's a dual episode, but it'll only be one long one, I think.
Oh, okay. There
Yeah.
we go. Hey, boys, SA.
Hey, Tribs is
That's
on.
amazing.
We miss you, Tribs.
We do. It's funny. I'm talking about doing a cruise just because
Yeah.
I think part of me needs to.
I would like to vacation
Learn.
with you again, but I don't think on a cruise. And my wife would not go on a cruise with you again.
You wouldn't want a vacation with me.
No, I think I would.
Vacation Nick is just let's get drunk Nick with his friends. So-
Nobody gets drunk with me, and I hold it together much better on trips. Tribs will be on a cruise in 9 days. Jealous Tribs.
Say I might have to get on that
We
cruise.
can get our ass out to Vegas and see him.
Yeah, say. But it's been a month, dude.
It has. Too long for us. What are you drinking, my friend?
Because of how great my life is
Yeah.
and how fucking well prepared we are for these.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm so glad that Grab's Brewing has sponsored us and we have beer here because I showed up with nothing. So what am I drinking? The Philanthropist from Grab's Brewing Company, because that's what was in the fridge for me.
Which is no longer in business.
Exactly.
And we keep saying we need to hide all of this large amount of beer next to us. You can see in the corner of the camera, there's a whole bunch over my shoulder.
Yeah. Well, especially for tonight's episodes like tonight where we're talking about our feelings and our opinions and our emotions and things like that.
I'm holding the 2 like you told me we have to hold the 2. You're going to hold the one huge one.
Yeah, I might do a second. Who knows?
We'll see what happens. I'm also sponsored tonight by my good friend Nick Watkins.
Oh.
The last of my birthday. Fatheads Brewery Bumbleberry Honey Blueberry Ale, which I have not tasted yet. Let's see how this tastes.
Yeah.
That's good. Have you had this?
Yes.
There's just a hint of blueberry and a nice crisp flavor.
And
So I like this.
good. I just say I'm glad you enjoy it.
Then I also have a Stone Imperial Notorious Pog, which has an awesome can. So I'll try that in a little bit when I finish with this one, and then I'm going to Coke Zero because I'm only drinking 2 tonight. You had a weird look on your phone there.
Nope, sorry. I'm remember how I said I was going to get off my phone? I wasn't. I lied. I'm still
I
working.
noticed my phone now is out of my hands and actually currently out of my sight.
Yes, we that for those of you listening is the eye candy Mr. Michael Benson, who is the other co-host for Mad Men Mental Health with myself, and we have him on because, as Nick alluded to, we are going to discuss current events that are happening in our lives and why our mental health sucks, because it sucks again. Tribs is having a wacky time too, so he probably fits right into this.
Yeah, say that's. But
Well,
hopefully
my
he
trip's not getting on to the.
Knowing Tribs, he's at work. Tribs, if you're not at work, let me know and I'll send you the link.
hopefully he can relax in those 9 days and just really take his time off. And
He's working.
oh, there we go. So
Make that money, brother, before you get on that
True.
cruise.
For him, it is still 4:00 in the afternoon.
It definitely is.
oh yeah, so, glad Mike
It is
put
still
2 and 2
4 in the
together.
afternoon for him.
So, I mean, I know I've had a lot of shit
I'm-
going on. I know I've had a lot of shit going on, Nick, but you.
You're not going to ask me what I'm drinking?
Oh, shit,
No.
I forgot. What are you drinking,
No, we're
Mike?
not used to guest, okay, Mike?
It's
You're
been
not
a
gonna
while
ask
since
me
you've
what
been
I'm
on.
drinking? I'm drinking the second most popular beverage that's ever tried by guests. On
I know what
Bucks
this
and
is.
Brews,
City
which
of
is
City of
Portage.
Portage.
Tap water. Second only to City of Lansing tap water.
Wow. So update. Yeah, that's insane. Mike, I'm glad you're drinking tap water, but Tribs, I'm so sorry to read that. I mean, are you out of a job because you're retiring and we're going to celebrate? Or are we talking this is bad news bears and we have to go look for something else?
I do feel like he's told me this previously that he'd be out of a job sometime later this year, and I guess later this year is here.
Yeah.
And hopefully Trips has, something in the hopper because we want to make sure he's doing great too. Not that we're doing great. He'll text us, so
Right.
we'll take that off the air. Much love to you, Tribs. So you've had a
I
lot.
already told you this
Oh, yeah.
afternoon coming home from work. There's been a major layoff set between us, pretty much most of the sites for the company I work for. I won't get into too much more detail than that, but I've had a couple of people I'm pretty close to get laid off. So, I'm going to make sure I'm reaching out to them, make sure their mental health is doing well and stuff like that.
Mr. Michael has escaped those.
Yeah, no, that's great. It's horrible to hear it, but I'm seeing it happening, right? I'm seeing layoffs and everybody, I'm in the real estate game, right? Like everybody, oh, what are you seeing? I'm seeing big corporations laying off people and people don't realize it, right? Like, oh, I still have a job, so it doesn't affect me. We're heading directly into what you and I have seen for years. Sure. It's September, right?
Mhm.
You've asked me a million times, hey, when do you think that things will happen? Oh, it's going to be after the summer. And when things happen, guess what? It is September. Literally, when I was like, hey, if you want to know when things are going to happen, this is the time,
Yeah.
right? Like, I very happy I made the decision to sell one of the biggest properties I have when I did because I truly believed in the words I said on this podcast, right? Like, come September, we're going to start seeing a recession hit a lot more, right?
So there was a Reddit post
Yeah.
the other day that I didn't share with either of you. I didn't share it with Mike because he doesn't get on social media much. And I didn't share it with Nick because you don't read.
That's a fact. Dude,
It was basically from this person who has a really good friend in HR at a huge company that everybody owns products from.
Mhm.
And they basically said that they had posted a position and starting pay was, I might mess this up, but it was around 140,000 a year.
Okay.
And they got about 8,000 applicants.
Mhm.
And they waited a month and they reposted the position, but they dropped the pay to like 120,000 a year. And they saw a small decline. They got like 7,000 applicants. So they waited another month and they posted the job for 110,000 a year. And then they saw another slight decline, like 6,000. They finally got down to like 90,000 a year, and they were still pulling in about 4 to 5,000 applicants. They finally posted it officially at 70, like 6 months later. So they posted the job at 70,000. They still got over 4,000 applicants, and they picked whatever they picked.
Sure.
And then they went to their most senior people and they fired them because they make $150,000 and now we're paying somebody $70,000 to do it.
Something about this is what's going to happen, right? And the problem is, you'll look at this and go, okay, so the average person makes 30,000, right?
Mhm.
Average, let's say 30, 36. I don't know.
I want to say the median's around 40.
Right. So if
Which means
90% of people,
$70,000 job is a good paying job.
yeah, that's exactly it, right? So if 90% of the people are making 40,000, you're going to get a 30,000. Of course, I'm going to try to better myself. I don't give a shit that it's costing anybody else. Nobody else cares about anybody else's thing, right? Like,
Well, see, and I'm that person that if you're not disclosing salary to me, I'm not interested. If I've applied once and you're pushing that job on me still, I'm not interested because there's a reason you're still pushing that job. You're either cultivating resumes or you keep lowering what you're willing to give.
well, and I'm not in your guys' shoes. I'm not in the market, but I will tell you, like, for somebody not to post how much the salary was, it never affected me. But I've always been a person to negotiate the shit out of my salary,
Well,
right?
see, and I know one of the things, like I was approached for a financial position, which
Mhm.
of course is what I would like. And they had this test of like 20 questions I had to answer, and some of them absolutely relevant. What is my investment strategy? Cool.
Yep.
Very relevant. Some of the questions not so relevant. It probably would have taken me 2 to 3 hours to fill out their questionnaire.
Oh, fuck, 2 to 3 hours? No, thank you.
Exactly.
Like,
And they
unless,
emailed me like a week later, and they're like, "Are you going to fill this out?" Nope.
Nope. No, so you want me to work for you?
for free.
Yeah, like no thank you.
If you want to call me and talk about my investment strategy, we can have that conversation.
Yep.
If you want to weed out people to then call, that's not for me.
I say, hey, if it's 10 questions and it takes me yes or no's kind of a thing,
You want me to plug this before you keep
yeah,
talking?
please do.
So Tribs shared, for those out of the game in interviewing, there's an excellent series on YouTube by Madeline Mann. So if you haven't interviewed in a while, go check that out.
Okay.
We always love great suggestions like that. And Tribs is always good to give us a great suggestion.
Yeah, say go check out our episode on interviewing.
Yeah,
right?
we did an entire episode on interviewing.
But I say and never be afraid to ask for more. I mean, people are going to constantly say no,
Yeah.
but now, okay, so Tribs seems to be like he's going to be getting, he might have to go to a new job, whatever it is. But, right, if you're in a position right now now's the time to look. If you don't have a job, that's where you freak out and start taking the first thing that's offered for you, right? Like, don't just jump on the first thing that's given because but you'll do it because hey, you have to pay your bills and you have to do the right thing.
I've been applying for over a year.
Yeah.
I'm not overly choosy about what I apply for, but if somebody calls me, I'm going to be very choosy.
Well, that's the thing. When I was applying for jobs, I was doing literally just click. It was funny for like the first half of my day. So if it was on I can't think of that website. Indeed. If I had to fill out another another application, so the resume that I already submitted, I basically would wait. So my first half of the day was the one clicks, right?
Yeah.
So hey, if I could just send it off, go on. Every damn company. And then I'd go through and copy and paste and fill all my stuff out. But I hate applications, especially electronically, after I've already submitted my resume to you.
You know the one that really pisses me off nowadays? So if a company is using Workday to get resumes, you have to have a different Workday sign in for every company.
Oh no.
So if I click on your job and it sends me to Workday,
Yeah.
I'm out.
No.
I'm not setting up a name and password to send you my resume. You can either take my resume or not, but I'm not playing that game. I don't need more usernames and passwords, and I'm not signing up for your shit.
Yep.
Just not doing it.
And
Well, that's even dumb for that system to even do that. You would think you would be no different than you can have an Amazon login that gets into your shopping and your music and your TV and your.
I don't know. The only time I would do it is again if it comes from a referral from a friend or something like that. Hey,
If it's something you really want.
well, like, hey, if you told me, hey, this person is hiring, I'll be like, okay, hey, and that's their application process. I'm gonna go, okay, I believe that David has done it, and that's what it's expected. But to just sit there on websites and do it all day, no, it's not. You're just being lazy. No, your company needs to work on how they're doing things, right? Like, especially with AI now, you could just literally take my resume, it'll pop up. Hey, find me these 3 information.
I enhanced my resume with AI.
Yeah, say there you go.
I did. I went and I'm like, enhance this, and it was great.
Yep, perfect.
So let's get into a little bit about what's going on. So you had a rough week last week.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Do you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's just the life.
I mean, it's kind of a big deal.
Life of being a fucking real estate agent, right? All right, so we'll back up everything, okay? And I'm an open book. June, July, August. So July, I have a tenant who paid me. So let's say his rent's $1,200. Paid me $400. Said he'll get me more. Hasn't lied to me before. He'll get me next week and pay it. Okay, no big deal, right? Late fee will come. Something happens, whatever. He pays me $400 with a note on it that says, more coming soon. And so by this time, it's the halfway through the month, if not a little bit longer. My birthday's there, the 20th, so I don't pay attention. It's my responsibility. I should have 7-dayed him. I should have done it. I didn't, right? Because I trusted. Whatever. That's no big deal.
Been a good tenant up to this point.
I mean, he's only been there like 3 months, but
Okay.
And so,
no history.
Exactly. And then, never paid me. So he owes me $400, for July. Well, it was already to the point where August was coming. I was like, you know what? Hey, I'm going to let August 4th because everything's due by the 3rd. Say, and August 4th needs to kind of happen. So, I serve him on the 4th in person. So I give him a 7-day. So on the 10th, that happens to be a weekend. So 11th, 12th, right? So on the 13th, I go into the courts and turn in my paperwork to get a court date. Well, the court date didn't happen until the 20th, right? So another few days. On the 20th, tenant didn't show up. And so that puts me on the 30th. Or so, tenant didn't show up. I won my case, right? So to say, just a default judgment. 10 days is up on the 30th, which again happens to be a Friday, but so it's after, he gets 10 full days. So he gets till midnight. So I can't apply. And then we had Saturday, Sunday, and then it was Labor Day on Monday. So I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So he got more days. And then, so Tuesday I go fill in, or, to file for my 24-hour writ. So I drop my paperwork off on Tuesday. 8:15 in the morning, courts open at 8. I think it was 8:07, but so I wasn't right there, but I was
Pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, and then so I am waiting for my 24-hour writ. Didn't happen. So I call Wednesday, or Wednesday morning. I was like, hey, you guys have changed your system online. I didn't get an email. Oh, the judge hasn't signed it yet. It's been 24 hours. Like, why? Well, just fucking excuses, whatever. So a few hours later on Wednesday, I end up getting my paperwork. Get it to the court officer. She's like, oh, well, I'll go post this tomorrow. So, right, I've lost more fucking time. Okay, fine. Thursday goes around. She posts it. So I'm like, hey, can we do the eviction tomorrow? Let me see. Okay. She finally comes back. All right, we'll do the eviction Friday noon. Great. I call I call in favors. I have 7 people coming to help me.
Right.
Biggest I've ever had for people helping me, right? And I was like, cool. And then at 11 o'clock Friday, I get a text that says, hey, he filed a motion to set aside the judgment. And I said, what the shit? Never happened to me before, right? And here's where I'm going to get angry and frustrated. Okay, so motion to set aside. This is absolute horse shit, right?
Basically, a delay.
Correct.
A delay in your eviction.
So, I go in and I was like, all right, hey, I need a copy. Oh, we have to wait for the judge to sign it. No, he was supposed to serve me with a copy of it. Okay, whatever. So fast forward a little bit. I ended up calling my attorney, right? And I said, hey, my attorney's name is Tyrone. 6'4" white guy, hilarious, from Detroit. And so I call Tyrone and I'm like, hey, dude, I need a little bit of advice. Bill me, I don't give a shit, right? $265 a fucking hour.
Yeah,
okay?
they're not cheap.
Let's be clear about some things. So when it's funny because when tenants are like, oh, I'm going to call my attorney. No, you have an appointed one, okay? Like when I sue you, you get a free attorney. I'm paying $265, you get a free one. If you try to sue me, you ain't got the money. You're broke. Just shut the fuck up.
So, something to know about Nick and I, we hate paying for attorneys. So if we get to the point where we're paying for an attorney, we're pretty much at the end.
That's it, right? So I'm at this point of frustration. So here we go. So I'm talking to my attorney. He literally cites code for me, right? He goes, look, you're going to go back inside. You're going to get this document. This is how you're going to do it. You're going to state MSL, Michigan State Law 401-B-4A1. Okay, states that any tenant who's filing this paperwork must accompany it with 1 month of escrow. Okay, and I'm entitled to. Okay, so I go up there and I was like, hey, did the tenant put in escrow? Oh no, the judge hasn't made the decision if they need to. It's not a fucking decision. Like, I was like, apparently Wyoming has their own ruling. They get to choose. Fine, whatever. Fuck
They get to choose which Michigan statutes to follow and which are just suggestions.
So, hey, like, but so this is fine. So the tenant doesn't do this. So, they close at 3 o'clock, 2:50 something. I call on Fridays. They close at 3. My court system. I call it 2:50 something. I was like, hey, I haven't gotten anything from the judge. Has he signed it? Oh, yeah, he signed it. So it's officially in effect. Your court date will be next week, Wednesday, September
18.
18. Sounds great. Right. So that's pushing me 18 more days from now, which is who knows how many days past. Today's Monday, Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday.
Right. So 15 extra days. Hey, I mean, past what the fuck this guy was supposed to be. Now, mind you, I'm not going to get into his. It is legally out there. I don't know if I sent it to you or not, but like
You told me.
right, his fucking paperwork. Okay, so mind you, the
Well, I think you did send
my
it.
my brain is so much all over the place because I'm really annoyed by it. Okay, so the paperwork that he filled, the motion to file to set aside judgment, must be legally filed within 14 days. Okay, the day that the writ was in effect was day 15. So the judge should never have fucking allowed it. Never, right? This is law. This isn't fucking suggestions. This isn't whatever. Mind you,
It
okay,
has nothing to do with feelings.
that's exactly it, right? His right, he has a right to file within 14 days. He has that right. Day 15, bitch, you don't get that fucking right. You lost your fucking right. You gave up your right. You have the right to the 5th. If you choose not to fucking use that, that's your fucking choice. You've given up that right, right? Otherwise, it's the 5th Amendment. Shut your fucking mouth, right? Plain and simple. That's how this shit works. This is America. We're entitled to it. It's because we're entitled fucking people, right? I was given that fucking right. So, right, the judge fucking breaks his own fucking law, does whatever the hell he wants. Fine, pisses me the fuck off. No big deal. And so I'm sitting here going, okay, I read the guy's fucking paperwork, right? And it says, I'm filing to set aside the judgment, because my ex-wife's $8,000 behind on child support, because I have full custody of my kid and I can't be homeless because I lost my job because of anxiety and can't afford to fucking pay. And I just need a second chance to fucking try. Okay? Like, none of that is fucking legal. I'm sorry you're going through it. None of that is fucking legal. Like, there's a difference, right? So now it pisses me off about him not making him put 1 month down instead of denying, right?
He didn't have a month to put down.
But right, doesn't. But even okay, so if he comes in and says, "Hey, my toilet isn't working, my shower hasn't been working, there's fucking roof leaks, there's whatever." There's nothing in his fucking paperwork that says I have neglected a single thing, right? It literally is just the fact that he's openly admitting that he doesn't have fucking money to pay. That's all it is, plain and simple. No fuck, right? So like you've admitted that you have nothing, and the judge still fucking allows him to do this. The government's so fucked where there's a DHS. I don't know if that's nationwide. Department.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so they'll pay back rents, COVID rules and things like that. But yes, now we're in September, so he owes me another month. Basically, if you're
So he owes over 2 months at this point.
over 2 months, right? So if your 2 months are over, DHS won't pay it. They'll just pay for you to have fucking down payment and first month rent on another property instead of paying off the old landlord. So, granted, that's 99.9% of the time what DHS has been doing.
Yeah.
So there's a huge chance I won't get my money. But right, like I'm annoyed because my rights are fucking, the law is not being the law. The law is being subjective to whatever the fuck they feel. Whatever they, right? I don't get to write to the judge and say, hey, I'm going to go on fucking my podcast because of my anxiety and my, woes because holy shit, I can't afford to feed my fucking family because this guy hasn't paid me and my daughter doesn't get to fucking do the things, right? I don't get to sit here and go, hey, I'm taking it out on my wife because I'm stressed beyond belief because this fucking guy has pushed it so long. And you know what? It's causing me to get fucking divorced from my wife because I just, no, the judge is going to look at me and go, oh, you're a business owner. You should fucking be able to man up and just fucking take it. Oh, I have to fucking man up, but not that guy. Okay, I get it. So one person gets feelings and opinions, and the other one gets, oh, you have to fucking abide by the fucking law. Like, fuck you, right? Like, this isn't how this works.
Well, and when we originally talked, you're like, these fucking liberals.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a liberal conservative thing because I'm as liberal as it comes, Nick. And this is horse shit.
But that's it. Like, if I explain it to you, right, you'll see it. But the problem is the judge is making a liberal decision, right? So here's what happened on
The
on
judge
the
has
10th.
feelings, and he's governing by his feelings, which is not legally
Exactly. Now,
binding.
on the 10th, right? If you showed up, the judge goes, "All right, we're going to call this a pre-trial hearing. Um, instead of being evicted on the 30th, you're going to have until the 6th." So he gave him an extra fucking 7 days instead of, and it's just like, but if you didn't show up, you just got the judgment. It's like, wait. You're just giving an extra 7 days because you feel like it?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing, sir? Right? Like,
Mm.
but this liberalness is what's pissing me off in the fact of, right, how the judge is ruling in tenant favor when I have done nothing wrong, right? I made a binding contract with you that says I will pay you, or you will pay me this and I will give you this. I've kept my end of the fucking deal. You've done nothing, right?
Well, again, I'm going to argue it's not a liberal conservative thing. It's more liberal to give the guy another chance. I agree.
Yeah.
But liberals that I know like to follow the law.
No.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound like the judge is doing that.
But
No.
it goes back to the DHS thing, right? The DHS is going to give the money for that person to stay.
Yeah.
Right. So so now if he does, all right. So I want to get into two things. So if DHS pays me, right? So that's a liberal thing to do, is just give free housing to somebody. And sure, you're giving somebody a handout to help. All of our tax dollars goes towards it. No big deal, right? But they get to choose on who they're fucking helping out. So now, mind you, if he, here we are. The 18th is when I'm going to get my court date. Figure out. I don't know the process after this. I have to figure that out. It could be another 10 days. It could be whatever. But like the fact is he owes me, that's going to be $30-something $100, right? And so what's going to happen on the first when he doesn't have a job? He can't. I mean, he's not going to go back to DHS because DHS won't write it twice, right? Basically. Right. And then number two is, okay. So in my so I'm going to, I have to figure out how to calm down or do the right thing. I mean, because I have to calm down to be able to go in front of the judge to discuss.
Yeah.
So in my lease, it states that if you're late 3 times in a year cycle with payments, that's terms for eviction. Well, he missed July, he missed August, and he missed September. That's 3, and that's 3 back to back. So if the judge allows it, I'm going to take the money and I'm going to instantly file another 30-day in demand for possession due to lease violation of not paying me. Only on fucking principle at this point, right? So that way I'm going to go in front of the judge, and the judge is going to go, well, he's been making payments. Why? Your Honor, this isn't about fucking money, right? You're 100%. This is about a legal contract that has not been upheld to the way it's supposed to be. Well, and the judge is going to fight, and he's, of course he's going to say, well, these judges are still playing the pandemic. Well, the pandemic, we can't just put people and do whatever. No, you can't. Okay. I have to be able to have my fucking house, right? But we made a contract. He signed it. Not my fucking problem. And so I think I'm going to waste the $35 filing fee, go in and do it, right? And I'm going to go in front of the judge. And he's going to go, oh, you don't want money? Is there a lease in place? Yes, there is. Oh, well, you have to abide by the lease. You're absolutely right. You said it, not me. Boom, here it is. Because the judge is going to go, oh, what does the lease say? Oh, Your Honor, it says it right here that yes. And I know the judge is going to send me up, right? He is going to fucking make an example of me. He's going to do everything, right? Tell me how much of a piece of shit I am. I'm going to go, you're absolutely correct, right? But I'm fair. I'm just. I'm honest. And that's the whole big thing is I have to stand up for what I believe. I got a fucking property that's vacant right now that I got to get figured out. Just so much shit going on.
Can I talk about the pandemic for a minute?
Yeah, of course.
I'm really fucking sick of the easy excuse the pandemic is. So I don't know if I've shared this with you or Mike, but you both know when we originally opened Break Room Therapy, there was a rage room on the east side of the state that Dawn had originally started to talk to, and they were giving us some advice, and they were very friendly. And then once they figured out Dawn was serious, they were not so friendly anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much from that point on, they did everything they could to try and diminish what we were and accentuate what they were, even going as far as to say they were the number one rage room in the state, and then they were the number one rage room in the Midwest, and then they opened a second location. And I don't know if I told either one of you this. You know what I found out at the end of June?
What?
They closed.
They closed
Mhm.
both locations. Did I tell you?
Yeah.
Did I tell you, Mike?
I don't think so, but that's not surprising.
Yeah, so Destruction Depot is no longer in business. And one of the things they cite, COVID.
Which is insane because you guys pretty much, once you were able to open, got pretty popular again.
Yeah, we've been killing it. I mean, we're not where we want to be. We're not profitable like we want to be. But 100%, we're a viable business that brings in a lot of sales.
No, their pricing model is what put them out of business.
Well, not only their pricing model, but I mean, we've talked about this before, Mike. When we originally opened, we talked about maybe we'll open a location in Kalamazoo and you and Mike can run it. And the more we started looking at everything, we're like, you know, if
You've
you
been
open up,
saturating.
well,
Yeah.
and if you open up within an hour and a half of where you're at, all you're doing is stealing your own customer base.
Yep.
So now you've doubled the cost of what it takes to run everything.
Yep.
You have to find more suppliers to get the stuff to break. You have to have double the employees of what you had before, but you're pulling from the same exact customer base. So you've literally just cut yourself by the throat.
Yep.
And that's what they did. They opened a location within an hour of where they were. And yes, they added axe throwing there. But everybody's got axe throwing now. That's not a huge deal.
Yeah, when you the gun place in Plainville has axe throwing.
Right. It's just something easy for people to do. And that's cool. We've been asked several times, even by places that want us to buy their axe throwing stuff. And our answer is always the same. We're going to be the best rage room.
Yeah.
We're not going to be a pretty good rage room and a decent axe throwing place. Like Ron Swanson said, why half-ass two things when you can whole-ass one thing?
Yeah.
And we're whole-assing it here because we want to have the best rage room.
Yeah. And even
So-
the other business you're opening is just basically using stuff that you're generating through your rage room anyway and making
Yeah.
money from it.
Correct. So, like, when we move to a new location, we really want to bring car smashing back.
Yeah.
Which fits with the rage room.
Yeah.
It's not a separate entity. It's not something else
No.
different. We are doing a separate entity. So, Mike, you know this. We're leaning into the glass pulverizing business because we have all this glass that's going to the landfill.
Mm-hmm.
And we would like it to not go to the landfill because we want to reduce our carbon footprint and make a much more sustainable business than what we currently have. So we bought a glass pulverizer to take all of the broken glass and turn it back into sand. Sand that can be used in road work or construction or golf course maintenance or nature centers, you know, whatever the case may be, sandbags.
Mm-hmm.
Because we want what we're doing to have less of a negative effect on the environment and more of a positive effect.
Yep.
And that's something that a lot of these other rage rooms aren't overly concerned with.
No.
We are. So, you know, right now we're working really hard on a second business that takes that broken glass, turns it to sand, and then repurposes that sand. But again, that's not something out of the realm of what we're already dealing with. We were throwing it away before. We're hoping to sell it in the future.
Yep.
It's not adding on something that has nothing to do with a rage room, like, you know, a
Well,
VR
like-
headset or axe throwing or
Well,
bowling.
and even then, you're literally considering it a separate company anyway.
Correct.
It's not like you said, you're adding in things like, could you add an escape room? Sure, but would you want to?
No. We want to be the best rage room.
Yeah.
And we want to take things from the rage room and make it better. And that's something that it will do. So, I
Oh, no,
mean, you know,
totally agree.
the whole COVID thing to me is just an overused bullshit line. And they use it for restaurants a lot too when restaurants go out of business. Well, it's COVID.
Yep.
No, you just didn't have a good enough restaurant. And you know what? Sometimes there are very popular restaurants that are around for 60, 70, 80 years and they've run their course and they go away.
Yeah, and there have been ones like I've seen, like Sherman's Ice Cream in South Haven is now closing.
They are.
Yeah, that's the
And I
last
can
season.
guarantee you that has nothing to do with COVID.
Nope.
I'm just surprised
Directly.
they didn't try to sell it.
Maybe they didn't have a buyer.
I mean, I would have seen it. I would assume I would have seen it. You know,
But yeah, I mean, but it's just like I said, it's you got something like that, and I mean, anytime we went to South Haven, we usually stopped at Sherman's.
of course. Yeah, no, and right, so it's a frustration. It's an escape. You know, that way they're not the bad guy, right? COVID is. So
Yeah.
everybody has a thing that they get to blame it on.
Exactly.
Well, they're always looking for something else to blame it on other than I'm just a shitty business owner.
Yep.
Sometimes you're just a shitty business owner.
And some things can't be controlled. Like I know right now it's hard to find, like if you need just an extra like investor because you can't do it yourself. Like there's not a lot of extra investment out there because interest rates are so high, dealing with, things associated with the recession. Which again, I think it's not fully 100% related to COVID, but there's a little bit related to like, the debt ceiling having to be raised and everything, associated with all the, recovery payments they did for COVID and everything. But it's not directly. It's just, I mean, again,
Well, I'll ask the question. Would we be in as bad of a state financially if we didn't have all of the corporate gouging that's going on?
oh no, not at all.
I mean, I don't know who's bought cereal lately. I don't buy cereal much anymore.
I do.
But $4 or $5 for a box of cereal to me is fucking ridiculous.
Stupid. Back in my day.
It's bad when even like the
Bags of cereal?
Yeah.
the multi-meal or whatever, the bags, it used to be like a couple of dollars or now
Yeah.
like almost
just-
$5.
Bought honeycombs and it was a 2-pound package for I think we paid like $8.
Yeah.
I mean, like this is off brand, right? Like and I'm like, holy
Which is
shit.
still, I mean,
But
a
it's
better
four.
deal than honeycomb. And I mean, even with like, as I like frosted shredded wheat, and so I'll usually buy the multi-meal bags. And it's like a couple of pound bag. And it's like almost $5. But a half size box of Kellogg's is the same price.
You could have just told us you're old. Frosted shredded mini wheat.
I am
Jeez.
old.
Who
God,
picks
I
that
think-
cereal? Who picks that cereal? I'm just
I-
asking for a friend.
I'm old and I don't need that.
Right.
I liked it. I liked it when I was young too.
I actually did once in a, but like my problem is I was always so busy. I like frosted shredded mini. It has to be frosted. If you fucking say non-frosted mini wheats, you're the psycho. But
I don't like any of them. And I'm like, I loved frosted flakes as a kid, but
Oh,
even
too.
now,
really,
I mean, I wheat checks or Crispix or Cheerios.
Wheat
Love
Chex.
them. Love them.
checks, bro, corn
No,
checks.
I love wheat checks,
All right. Also, and then
especially
I
when
like
they get
wheat
really
Chex better
soggy.
too.
That's what I'm
'cause that
saying,
doesn't
like, so
get as soggy
fro-
in the milk.
frosted shredded mini wheats, I have to let them soak for so long. Like it's like an
Fall
Oreo.
apart soggy.
Yeah, like because I want like when I
Yeah.
squeeze it, I want the milk to just like gush out and be
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, actually
That's
that's
how I-
not a horrible fucking.
That's
want
how
my
I am with
cereal
wheat
to
checks.
still
I
have
want them as
some
soggy
texture.
as possible.
The only time I want to eat wheat checks is in my Chex Mix.
I love wheat checks. They're my favorite checks.
Corn, dude,
Nope.
corn checks all
Nope.
day. Really?
Give me wheat checks.
What about those? What were those? Like I want to call them diamond shaped things. What are those called?
Crispix.
Crispix.
Crispix,
I
there you
love
go.
Crispix.
Yeah. So those aren't bad. I
The
like
wheat
those.
on one side and the corn on the other.
Yeah. The
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
No
The
shit.
problem I have with Crispix is they get soggy too fast.
So the
Eat that
entire
cereal.
idea of-
Shut the fuck up. Oh, so you know what God, it's been years, but because I was a kid and I ate Golden Grams and I used to love Golden.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go buy a box of, here I had an extra. I was broke, but I still had an extra like $5 or whatever the hell it was. I was like, I got Golden Grams and I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
I was like, this is not. But like Captain Crunch, I'll still devour Captain Crunch with the berries, of course.
I was always a Kellogg guy. Give me all of the Kellogg cereals, but none of the only other ones I ate that weren't Kellogg were wheat checks and Cheerios. I mean,
Dude, Honey Nut Cheerios.
no, hated honey Cheerios.
Get out of here. You guys are 90.
I'm not.
You
I'm
guys
not,
are
a,
90.
I'm not a honey fan.
What?
I'm not.
Oh, just tell me you guys are old. Oh, back in my day, I grew up with, we only had two choices. We had cornflakes and Cheerios. All no flavor, no sugar.
No, it would have been grape nuts because grape
Grape
nuts was
nuts.
actually before.
Jesus.
Hated grape nuts.
Of course you did. Well, actually, I didn't mind grape nuts.
I love grape nuts.
Yeah.
I do
You give
love
me, like,
myself some grape nuts.
Cocoa Krispies,
Oh yeah, of course.
Honey Smacks. Like I like Honey Smacks, but not the other one. What?
Honeycombs.
No, the one with the bear on it.
Gold,
Sugar
golden,
bear.
Sugar.
yeah,
Yeah. Sugar bear or whatever.
Yeah, whatever sugar bear stuff.
Golden Puffs or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something.
Sugar-
I'm
Puffs
so
or
used to buying the
something.
poor people brand, but yeah, actually those
Yeah.
aren't bad.
They're okay, but
Yeah.
they're not Honey Smacks. I like. Give me dig 'em. I want dig 'em.
Sometimes they have a weird aftertaste, but
I'm
I
gonna.
just didn't know this about like I didn't know you guys had such shitty fucking choices of cereal choices of life. Like I just
speaking of life, I love life.
I love cinnamon life though. Come on, cinnamon life.
Yeah. Cinnamon life is the best, but I like regular life too.
And the funny thing is I absolutely hate cinnamon. Right?
That's funny.
But like I love cinnamon life because Mikey likes it. So no, I just
I
like
do
it because
like
it's
that.
good. It's good.
I'm going to say this is a much different Mad Men Mental Health than anybody has ever tuned in for before. So, our Mad Men Mental Health listeners, you're getting a real taste of Bucks and Brews right now because we tend to go off on tangents.
Oh, yeah.
And right now, it's what cereals do we like?
Shitty ones apparently for you guys.
I don't eat much cereal anymore. It's too fucking expensive for me to give a shit about.
You
know what I've done lately? I went and bought yogurt, and I have granola at home. So I throw the granola in the yogurt, and that's what I fucking eat. That's close enough for me.
That's a common breakfast for me.
Oh, see, no. I mean, I'm trying hard. So I say I'm dieting, but I'm not. I'm eating like a fish. But my rule is I can't go through any drive-throughs. So if I want food, I have to go in. Because my hope is that it takes my brain and makes me think, hey, do I actually want to be here?
Right.
So I've been, like I had tacos today, right? Pissed me off. Okay. Pissed me off. I didn't say I was dieting good.
But hang on, tacos.
Yeah.
I was driving down Clyde Park at 36th the other day.
Yeah.
There's a taco place right there now.
Yeah.
You can't eat there.
No, it's to go only.
It's to go only. Have you had them?
Yeah, they're horrible. It's called Mega Taco.
Something like that.
Yeah,
They were cheap, and I'm like, oh,
but
maybe
they're not
next try this.
tacos.
Oh,
They're not tostadas. They're it's like an empanada. Like last time I was there, it was like an empanada. So it wasn't. I don't know. It was called Mega Tacos, but I swear to God, they didn't have just tacos. They had chalupas and things like that. I was like,
not good, huh?
I mean, you said it was cheap, but I don't remember it being cheap. And again,
I don't. They were like $2.40 or something
that's
for
not
a taco. It wasn't bad.
but
I didn't go. I just thought of you when I saw it.
Yeah, no, of course I've had everything up and down Chicago. I don't think there's a single spot in Grand Rapids that offers tacos that I have not gone to. I mean, and I really do put money on that one. I could tell you, unless it's been open yesterday. I mean, there's one on Division across from another taco place that we went to. So
tacos, depending on what you're getting, if it's not an overly like when you go and get to like a real Mexican restaurant that's like making all of their meats and seasoning it fresh, they're not bad for you.
No.
well, it's the eating 4 of them of deep fried.
The deep fried tortilla.
Yeah, so the oil soaked corn tortilla that I shouldn't be having, kind of a thing.
That's all my wife can have now.
Right. But
That is all your wife can have now.
my wife, I didn't know she didn't like nachos. I mean, I knew she didn't, but like
My wife prefers nachos.
they're running a special. It's half off their nachos of $14. So it puts it at $7. Big platter, fully loaded nachos. So it's $2.50 tacos at the place we went to today. I get 4 because I'm a big dude. My wife gets 2. It puts me at 15. My wife gets a drink, and she goes, "Can we have chips and queso?" My bill was $29. What the shit? We go, "Hey, how much is chips and queso?" "Oh, it's $9."
I was gonna
Let me
say,
different. I could have had fucking full nachos for $7, but you're right. I have to eat fucking chips and cheese with my wife. Like, I love you to pieces, but give me a fully fucking loaded. Here we go for because they're running a monthly special just to try to get people to. It's $14 originally, but I could have had fully loaded nachos for $7.
Chips and salsa or chips and queso is usually your cheapest option.
Right.
In a lot of places.
Don't get me wrong. The queso was good,
but again, because of where we're at as a country, the cheap shit's expensive now.
Dude, I
Yeah.
remember back in my day, $1.25 would buy you a taco.
All right, Gramps.
But well, I've been eating tacos
Okay.
since I was a fucking wee lad. You know what I'm saying?
69 cents used to get you a hard shell
from
or a
Taco
soft
Bell?
shell at Taco Bell.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm saying, like, if you went to a Mexican restaurant and got a Mexican taco, I mean,
Yeah.
buck
Yeah.
25, and now
Yeah, buck
like it's funny
25,
because they're
buck
making
50.
fun of it because they're $4 or $5. I mean, you go to, I hate Donkey, right? Shout out to them. I'll eat there, but like, my wife pays because she knows I just will not pay $4.50, $5 for a fucking taco. I just won't do it. I can't do it. It's not my blood.
Greatest fast food meal I've ever had. And it tasted
Checkers.
like shit. 39-cent hamburger, 39-cent fry,
Hot now, baby.
39-cent
39-cent
drink.
Yep.
Hot now. If you wanted to splurge, you got the family pack. You got a friend of yours because you couldn't feed 3 of you for this.
No, 2.
But you got a friend of yours and you got 10 burgers, 5 fries, and 5 drinks
Yep.
for like $7.
Yeah. So you guys remember?
Greatest meal ever.
You guys remember Get 'em and Go?
Yes, it was basically hot now.
Yeah. We used to go get chili dilly dogs because they were $1 for a chili dog.
Yeah.
And man, you know what? Boop, boop, boop. And they were delicious, man. I loved them. So
I will say right now, still to this day, I think the best fast food fries I've ever had are hot now. Even better than Checkers.
no.
Yes.
Well, let's go to Hot Now and find this out.
I mean, we'd have to make a drive to Sturgeon.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know if it's still the same though.
It is.
I loved Hot Now
the
fries.
cheesy tots.
I would fully agree. Their fries were the best. And there was a point when Burger King had like the same like coating type thing on them.
Mike and I go back to this all the time because we're old fucks.
Yeah.
It was right after I graduated high school,
Mm-hmm.
and they lasted for about 6 weeks. But for 6 weeks, Mike and I got fucking fries at Burger King at least 2 to 3 times a week because they were so fucking good.
Wow.
And then they changed them, and we were like, these suck now. And we've never really gotten fries from Burger King
It's
since.
just they suck. They do.
They do. They're shitty.
No,
you know-
except for the expense, Wendy's has the best fast food fries with the
No.
natural
They're-
top.
They're fucking. No, I hate natural cut fries, but I had Wendy's today for breakfast, and I love their breakfast for some reason. Actually, I think I said that word correctly twice. That was, or at least really close.
Just now, no.
really
Yeah, no.
breakfast. That's how I even tried with the R. I was like breakfast.
That was closer.
I can't say that word. Anyway, but so they have potato wedges basically.
I love their potato wedges.
for the morning, and so like they're just full
They're
of
really
seasoning.
good.
Yeah, and I don't mind getting the non-potatoy ones. I want like the crispy. I want the outside shell. Let's just be honest. So, all right. Anyway, so
Back to our episode.
your mental health. What's going on with it?
So Mike and I did an interview. Was it 2 weeks ago now, Mike?
It was 2 weeks ago, yeah.
With Dr. Ray Doctor.
Dr. Ray, doctor.
Doctor.
I know the last name is pronounced slightly different.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Dr. Ray Doctor. I really liked Ray.
He's really
And
awesome.
we started talking, and Mike briefly brought up some shit I was going through, and I vaguely touched on it, and he really wanted to get deeper into it than what I was planning on, so it ended up being a little bit of a therapy session for me.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
But my daughter's been going through so much shit this year with foundation issues in her condo, and then they finally admitted, yeah, it is a foundation issue, and then they fixed the foundation, and then she had to have new flooring and shit done, and Jason came in and fixed everything else in the fucking condo, and at least insurance paid for most of it, and we're good to go. And then 2 fucking weeks later, the goddamn city of Wyoming comes in with some new fuck, and he floods the entire goddamn bedroom. Both bedrooms. Just fucking floods them. And they have to have another restoration company, and they're pulling out all of the new shit and throwing it in the goddamn trash. All of her fucking furniture is shit. It's all thrown the fuck away now. And her and I went to a White Sox game that night because, again, I needed to cross off New Kaminsky Park.
Yeah.
So we went to a fucking White Sox game, and I bought a margarita for each of us. Anybody want to guess how much 2 margaritas cost at Kaminsky Park?
$25.
17.
Nick says for 2.
Oh, for 2? 34.
Okay, so you're at 34, Mike.
25.
$38 for
Ooh,
2
real close.
for 2 margaritas.
Yeah.
And I happily paid it because my daughter wanted to get a little bit happy.
Okay.
Mind you, before we left, I said, how you feeling? She goes, Dad, I am so fucking stressed out. Can I have a Mountain Dew? I said, you absolutely can. And I grabbed her Mountain Dew and I opened up the good tequila. And I poured a shot of the good tequila into the Mountain Dew. And she goes, well, we can't have this while we drive. I'm like, we can't. You can.
Yeah.
So
It looks like a Mountain Dew.
It was a Mountain Dew.
There's nothing that there's more than Mountain Dew in there.
I didn't drink any of it. I drove. So she was feeling pretty good on the way down to the White Sox game.
Yeah.
They get a lot of hate there, okay? Because it's not really a cool ballpark. It's just a ballpark.
No, well, A, they're not doing good. And yes,
Yeah, but again, there were more Yankees fans at this game because they played the Yankees than there were White Sox fans.
Same thing that happened. So we went years ago, and the same thing that happened was there was more Tigers, but Tigers do travel. But also, like they were notorious for back when they were good. Like they would just talk shit, right? Chicago.
Yep.
And so then we get there, and everybody's like, we're thinking everybody's gonna talk shit. Oh, Tigers guys. You know, here I am, 6'1", fucking weight. My buddy's 6 whatever. My other buddy's 6'8", right? My brother-in-law is 6'6", like at the time, you know. So
Yeah.
just fuck. Oh, Tigers, and we're like, we all just stop, turn, and the guy like, hey, welcome. Hope you guys enjoy yourself. Fuck you. Wait, what did you just say to us? Like, right? Like, you know, here we're expecting, because everybody's told us, oh, be careful. Those guys are blah, blah, blah. And those guys, they'll talk. No, it's like everybody's like so welcoming and like, oh, man, I hope you enjoy it.
Chicago fans are the best.
Not the White Sox.
Honestly, there. So you know
I
what?
really like
You know what Caitlin and I wore?
the pride.
We
stuff.
wore our Cubs pride jerseys.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people came up to us and like, oh my God, I love your jersey.
Yeah.
And it's obvious it's Cubs. It says fucking Cubs on it. And they're like, oh my God, I love your jersey. And we're like, thank you.
Yeah.
Chicago fans are some of the best fans. But anyways, of course, I'm upset for her because her place is a shit show and it's not her fault. And I got a hold of my realtor, Scotty, and I'm like, I kind of think I want to look into options of getting her out of the fucking condo because I've kind of had it with the HOA. And he's like, all right, well, it's going to take a while. I'm like, yeah, I understand that. He goes, we may have to put her place on the market before. I'm like, yeah, I understand that.
She has the best case scenario. She could move back home with you for a little.
I mean, she could absolutely.
So, but like,
so we found a place to look at. I sent it to you.
Yeah.
Did you get an answer?
he told me, yeah, they wanted more. I don't know if they've sold it, but he wanted.
They're offer pending.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, I don't know what for, but they're offer pending.
So I told, and I told you I was already looking at it because I was like, I already offered one there. I already offered 95,000 on it.
So we went and looked at it, and it reminded me of a double wide, but not quite as big, like half of a double wide.
Yeah. And
when I went in the bathroom, there's obvious mold over the tub. The cabinets are falling apart in the kitchen. So if you've ever watched Ghostbusters, there's a scene when Beckman looks at Egon about the firehouse and goes, Egon, what do you think? And Egon goes, I think this place should be condemned. Caitlin looked at me at one point and she goes, Dad, what do you think? I said, do you want my honest answer? She goes, yeah. I said, I think you should light this place on fire. It wasn't good.
Yeah. I think it was good. I think you just want move-in ready.
I don't necessarily even want move-in ready. If I could have gotten it for the 120, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But even talking to Scotty, he's like, the price, it's probably going to go 140, 150. It ain't worth 140. It ain't fucking worth it.
I mean, it would be after it's done fixed up, right?
Right, but it's not now.
Right.
If you got it for 95, absolutely worth it. But if you get it for 140 or 150, it's not fucking worth that. And for me, I don't need move-in ready, but I need something that is going to be max 170,000 once she moves in. You know, all the work we put in, it's 170 total. And that's not this place. So she calls my mother and tells my mother what she saw. And, you know, I love my mom. And she's been a great mom. But for the last 24 years since I've been with my wife, she hasn't been as great. And I know a lot of that's to do with the fact that, you know, she's a typical Catholic / Jewish mother because, you know, she was Jewish for that short time she was with my father.
Hey, you know what? Y'all got to be Jewish.
So She calls my mother and tells my mother. And the first words out of her mouth was, well, your dad can't do anything. I mean, if he was Jason, then it'd be perfectly fine. But he's not Jason. You're fucking me.
Yeah, that's true.
Can you send that to me?
Yeah, of course.
Scotty was right. He said
Yeah.
what, two numbers. Anyways,
Yeah.
so yeah, she's like, your dad can't do anything. He doesn't know how to fix anything. So I mean, if you had a better dad, this is absolutely how she should go for it. But you don't have a good enough dad to go for that.
Yeah.
I'm like, great. So now I'm a shitty son and I'm a shitty father. This is awesome. So I'm already having my own struggle mental health wise because literally anytime I have one drink, I want to have 15 drinks because I hate myself so badly
Yep.
that I had to talk with Angela. You'll talk to her in 2 days and probably hit on some of the same shit because we tend to do that. And I told Angela, I'm like, I told my wife that I'm really happy I have Nick in my life. And Dawn goes, why? And I said, because he understands 100% why I drink. And she goes, you think Mike doesn't understand why you drink? I said, no, Mike absolutely understands why I drink. Mike just drinks for different reasons than why I drink. Mike drinks because he's a normal adult that can drink and not over drink, and he's not an asshole.
Right, like
I overdrink every once in a while, but
yeah, but every
usually
once in a while, like we got on here and you said, "Oh, I'm drinking City of Lansing or City of Portage tap water," and you and I are like,
Sweet,
huh? Right? Like I say, I went out with my
mental health. I bet here's the eye candy.
right, but still, even at that, like I went, you know, I mean, you have what's called self-control. I mean,
what's that?
right, exactly, right? Like I've been trying to diet for fucking 4 months. Okay, the last time I went on this diet, I fucking annihilated. I nailed it. I fucking hit it out of the park. I lost 90 fucking pounds or whatever the fuck it was, right? I was on Bucks and Brews going, yeah, I'm not drinking this week. Hey, yeah, all right, I'll have one. And like, but like now I can't even get myself, like I went 14 hours of fucking liquid diet and couldn't even do it. And I was like, no, fuck this. This isn't worth my mental health. Even though I know it takes like 3 days for me to finally just be like, all right, hey, I'm good. But I haven't even given it the 3-day fucking challenge. Like, I just can't do it, right?
Well, then Angela says to me, she goes, so why are you drinking? I fucking hate myself.
Right.
I mean,
I feel like everybody else hates me too.
There's no other way to put it. She goes, but you're a good person. Great. I'm glad you say that. And yes, I do understand that on some level, but I feel like a piece of shit. I feel like an absolute piece of shit. I'm not good enough for anybody. And that's how I feel. And no amount of anybody else telling me that you are a good person or that I really value you or that I really love you is going to change in my mind the fact that I'm a fucking piece of shit that's not worth anything.
Oh, dude, I literally, for lunch, my wife and I are not getting along. It's not horrible, right? We're just not getting along. It's fine. And so
you're not meshing.
Right. And so today, right, we were talking about it at lunch. And I said, I'm fucking done getting taken. I'm done being the nice guy in real estate and blah blah. And she's like, she asked me about Walton. I said, hey, Walt said I should sell everything and stop being a landlord. And she goes, what do you think about that? And I was like, I fucking told you that for years or whatever. I said, bare minimum, right? Bare minimum, I've lost $250,000 between all of my properties in the past and all of my career for not raising rents to the way I should go.
Yep.
And that's just being very, very nice. Quick fucking numbers, right? My in-laws.
It's conservative, extremely conservative.
My in-laws are at 135,000 of that, right? Like very conservative. And she's like, yeah, but you've made impacts on people's lives and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, but that's never going to be on my fucking gravestone, right? Nobody's going to be like, oh man, Nick, he fucking sure did this and blah, blah, blah. And she goes, yeah, but you're doing. And I was like, you don't fucking sit here and bow to me every fucking day that I'm doing greatness. You don't fucking sit here and build me up. I was like, you're pissed at me and won't even fucking talk to me over. And so I lost it on my wife. I'm like, you're sitting here. Oh, so don't sit here and tell me it's a fucking great thing to fucking not be, $250,000 fucking richer when I don't get any fucking benefit of it, except for when you want to sit here and go, well, babe, blah, blah. And I was like, no, that fucking mindset is absolutely wrong. And this is what's the fucking problem. And so then I got a phone call and I had to go. And so, of course, we don't get to sit here and talk about that, me blowing, because it's like, we're going to talk about that, right? Like, it's not this thing. I sat with a friend for lunch. Yesterday. We haven't seen each other in quite a while. I mean, his son's almost a year. And bowling season came around and my wife and daughter went and seen their kid. And I didn't make it over there or whatever. And he's like, "Oh, I don't know if you met the kid." And I was like, "Oh, dude, I haven't, right? Like, I haven't made you a priority, right? Like, just it, man." And but we were talking, we were talking about I don't want to say whatever because I don't know who listens to these things, but like, we're talking about families and stuff, and he told me this story. So the in-laws go, "Oh, hey, what do you want for your birthday meal?" And he's like, "I don't care. Like, don't worry about me." "Oh, what do you want for your birthday meal?" "Oh, this and so then they, he's like, "All right." So his nephew's like, "Hey, have chicken fingers and tater tots, just like you had for your wedding." And he's like, "All right, cool. I want chicken fingers and tater tots." Fast forward, so his wife pulls out chicken nuggets from the thing, and everybody else is having like pork loin and whatever else. So it was a meal, but it wasn't the meal that everybody else was going to eat and supporting of all this. It was like, and so I sent him a text and I said, "Hey, I was thinking about this conversation," and I said, I completely understand. Like my in-laws get so much from me, and I'm there for everybody. Like my brother-in-law says, "Hey, I need help," or whatever. I'll be drinking at his house and I'll go fix a fucking light and I'll go fix this and I'll go do whatever. Like I show up for fucking everything. But, you know, last year for my birthday, right? Uh my birthday's in July. I think we talked about it. We didn't celebrate my birthday until October with the family. Okay.
Mhm.
And then when we celebrated, nobody's gift to me was ready, right? They making gift. Here we are. So my brother-in-law finally gave me the gift and I'll give him credit, May, right? So 10 months past my birthday. And my mother-in-law still isn't done with it. So my brother-in-law made me cornhole, and my mother-in-law was supposed to make me the bags, with Detroit sticker or Detroit D's on them and all that. And I still don't have that fucking gift, right? I mean, here it is, God, September.
Yeah.
So 15 months.
Yeah.
And you want me to feel love and respected, and you want me to feel like my generosity of $1,000 a month that I've given you a discount on rent. You can't even, and it's not the money aspect. Like
Mhm.
you can't step up and make sure that your $13 gift is taken care of, right? Like 15 fucking months. And you want me to feel respected. You want me to feel loved. You want me to feel things, right? Like, sorry, I don't. Say it's not a thing.
Well, again, Angela and I talked about it. I'm like,
Mhm.
when Nick sees his father's side of the family, he hears the same shit I hear. Why are you so fat?
Oh,
Why aren't
dude,
you? Why aren't you
we didn't
more
talk about that.
successful?
We didn't talk about that, did we?
No.
Holy
Uh-oh.
shit. All right.
I mean, we did talk about something with your father.
Did we talk about
It was
the
the roofing
benefit?
thing.
Oh, yeah, besides, no, it fucking got even
Okay.
better.
Okay. Let's have it because again, we have these same type of issues.
All right. So, yeah, okay. So I don't talk to my father's side. Okay. So my one uncle is one of my contractors and does things.
Mhm.
His wife does have cancer, lymphoma. And so there's a benefit going on, and it's my father's side, right? So, um, I I told Court I didn't drink that day. That we had a birthday party beforehand. I didn't drink, and I told Courtney I was like, I'm gonna try hard not to. I'm gonna do whatever. Walk in, see my uncle. The guy I evicted is there because it's his son. No big. I didn't say a fucking thing. Didn't do anything. I look at him. You guys want a beer and a shot? Let's fucking go. So I get fucking annihilated. When my dad walks in, right? My dad walks in 10 minutes later. I was like, hey, how'd that roofing thing go? Right? Because I went and made fucking a point to see him. I didn't use any of your guys. Not my fucking problem. That you, like, whatever. Cool. I don't care. Right? My dad doesn't say anything to me this entire time. So I go get fucking all drunky
Yeah.
drunk. My uncle goes, oh, there goes Nick gonna get all fucking drunk and then just get all fucking loud and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, motherfucker, I don't talk to you. I don't fucking, like, you have nothing nice to say to me. I was like, the last words you said, again, were, wow, you got fucking real big. Bitch, you got fucking real old, right? The fuck have you done with your fucking life, right? Like, I'm not sitting here trying to brag and do whatever, but like, out of the entire fucking room that's there, I've done better in fucking raising a kid than all of you. I've done better at fucking financial life of business than all of you. I've done better at fucking, well, granted, I don't know, my uncle does have a 47-year marriage, but like, I don't know if that's their second or whatever, but like, I couldn't tell, I don't think a single person in my dad's side of the family had one fucking marriage. Currently, sure, mine's not going, but like 15 years, I've only had one, right? And I've gone 15 fucking years, which is more than three times most of all those fucking people, right? Like, you know, uh,
You're more than double what I did.
Yeah, say, but like these people sit here and fucking judge me for whatever the fuck it is, and I don't know what the hell the problem. Like, right? I leave them. I bought an entire fucking bottle of Buffalo Trace plus something else we fucking did drinks of. I had a $400 and something bar tab. Dropped $2,000 on fucking raffle stuff. I was so wasted. I don't remember winning any of the raffles. Emerson was like, "Oh yeah, you booed when anybody else won," and I was like, "Yeah, that sounds like me." I was like, "I don't fucking remember," right? And like, I even told Angela too. I was like, you know what? I was like, I don't like not knowing what happened. I was like, I got just fucking wasted.
Same.
Like, but that's only happened to me like twice in my life. I've drank a shit, but not knowing what happens, just oh buddy, right? That's where the problem.
Do you hear this all the time from her? Maybe you shouldn't drink anymore.
No,
That's coming.
no. So like,
That's coming because when we talk about drinking, she'll go, maybe you shouldn't just drink anymore. And you know what I say? You're absolutely right. I should never drink again. But that's not going to happen because I'm an alcoholic and I like the way it tastes.
Well, so she asked me all the time, "Hey, do you feel like you have a problem with alcohol?" And I was like, "No, I don't." Right? I feel like but I don't feel like I have a problem with food, except for like right now I do. Like I'm just really struck. But like, I really think if I put my mind to things, I can do it. Right?
Yeah, but again, you love everything in excess.
Oh, 100.
Did you gamble?
God, no. I fucking did Friday. Yeah.
I lost every bet this weekend, by the way.
Oh no. So I went to the casino with my buddies. Right?
Okay.
We drank. Mike, just like you're over here fucking being all. I'm not going to be a drinker. I went out Friday with my buddies. I'm not going to tell you, David, we did the same thing you did all the way to fucking the casino, right? I'm gonna let you know we had a great time. Okay. My wife said I can go as long as I had a ride. My buddy said I'll drive. Fucking let's go. 4 of us are fucking driving. 5 of us went down. 4 of us came back. And but so
The other one they've never heard from again.
no, his wife came to fucking get him early. But so we walk in and guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. So like I walked in thinking we're gonna go gamble because some of these guys I've done so my wife said you can go do whatever. So I grabbed 3,500 fucking bucks, right? I have 3,500 bucks in my pocket.
Can I have a loan?
Say, and so I'm like, oh fuck. And my buddies are like, oh, I got $100 out of the ATM. And I was like, what? Like my buddies aren't usually like $100 guys, like usually a couple hundred. But like I was like, oh, I haven't seen these guys in fucking forever. I was like, we're gonna fucking do this. I got 3,500 bucks in my pocket. Anyway, 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. I bought a bunch of drinks. We drank. We did whatever. I drove home, or I got home down $100.
That's not bad.
Now, I mean that many hours. I was
With all the drinks?
Yep,
Everything all in.
right? Food,
That's
food, all of it. Yeah, it was down $100, and my buddies were up 300. The other one was up 200, type of a thing. Yeah, like I wasn't mad. I had a great, and I probably bought way more than them. It was a great fucking night. What a great Friday. I loved it. I needed it. Let's say you're like, hey, let's do mental health. And I'm like, honestly, Friday I was doing fucking great. Like I'm getting back to, but I'm going on vacation here in 2 days.
Yeah.
So I'm trying hard to not be depressy, but say also
When we're on vacation,
Hmm.
I'm great. Angela asked me that. She goes, so how come you can drink on vacation? Because I don't hate myself.
well, you don't hate yourself and you don't have the responsibility.
No, when we go on vacation, like I will sit there and go, yeah, I really don't want to spend this, but I'm on vacation, so fuck it, I'm going to spend it anyways. So like, we went to the same area in San Francisco like 8 fucking times,
Really?
and I kept going into the same fucking stores buying shit that I don't fucking need.
What'd you buy?
So I bought some shot glasses from Alcatraz
Oh, sweet.
because I had this conversation with Angela. So Alcatraz has always been one of those things I really wanted to go to.
I want you.
Because not that I like criminals, I don't, but I like the idea of
Story.
Alcatraz, and yeah, I like the background, and
19 Crimes Wine, right? I like the idea of.
well, I said to her, I'm like, I don't admire Al Capone for being a killing machine,
Oh.
but I admire Al Capone for being charismatic and giving to the poor. She goes, so you kind of view him like Robin Hood. He was. In Chicago in the late 20s and early 30s, he was the one taking care of the poor.
Yeah.
The government didn't care. Politicians in Chicago didn't give a shit. The poor got money from Al. he took care of people on the South Side. That's why he was free as long as he was free.
Yeah.
And they could only get him on tax evasion, and it was literally over $100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't admire Capone for being a killing machine, but man, he did know how to rally people around him. And for me, that was a weird sound. That's a very Chicago thing, I guess.
Yeah.
And because I'm a Chicago guy, born there, I do admire Chicago success stories. And even though he was a horrible human being, he is an absolute Chicago success story, even though he's, a New York guy.
Yeah.
So for me, going to Alcatraz is a big deal. So we get to San Francisco, and we're looking in the Alcatraz store, which is at Pier 39. And my wife goes, I'm missing the Capone connection. What's this about? And I'm like, well, when they convicted him of tax evasion, he went to jail in Atlanta, and they were afraid of his crew breaking him out. So they sent his ass to Alcatraz because you ain't getting out of Alcatraz. I mean, you're there.
The Rock.
So, I mean, that was huge to me. I mean, we shopped in a lot of the stores at Pier 39, and I was picking up like pins for Caitlin because she's really into pins lately.
Oh, okay.
And I found a book for Eli. I found a keychain for Mike. And I bought some Alcatraz type stuff. I bought some shot glasses. I got a shot glass for you.
Also, it's funny.
It's an Alcatraz shot glass.
I'll take an Alcatraz shot glass. But like we talk about, like your mom, right?
Yeah.
And your dad calls you fat.
Yeah.
My mom will do the same, right? Hey, you gotta lose it. But like my mom will call me an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And you know how often I get a fucking shot. I literally just got a shot glass. I got a gift that I gotta get you for Christmas for fucking Easter, like last year or 2 years ago, right? We did a fucking Easter egg hunt, and it was around her house for adults because she's seen it, and it was all fucking natty ices or whatever, right? Like, my mom will tell me I'm an alcoholic, but then just fucking be like,
Give you all this alcoholic
and it's
shit.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like holy shit! Like you want to talk about it, and so it's funny because, dude, I don't know, it's very very hard, right? Because you talk to people like Angela, and she makes you feel like you're not a fucking psycho.
Yeah, you're not a failure. You're actually
I don't know
worth
about a
something.
failure, but no, it's like
You're actually worth something.
it's kind of it, right? Like when I sold, okay, so I need to get into it just because we're doing a fucking mental health episode. Guys, I accomplished an amazing goal. So I sold an 8 unit, right?
Mhm.
And it was a fucking nightmare of a sale, right? So here I'm going through all the bullshit with this fucking tenant who I'm evicting, which is a different building and doing whatever, while I'm trying to fucking close this deal. The Friday before I was going to close it, we literally signed a mutual release. I didn't sign it. He sent me a mutual release, and I was like, ah. So I reached out to the lender and did all this, and we ended up fucking selling it. Okay, I made enough money to pay off my entire portfolio and be debt free, right?
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I'm not going to pay it off, but like, right, I did very, very well. I paid off one property in the middle of it. And it's a frustration because I'm sitting here going, okay, I was in Muskegon because I was helping a buddy real quick, and I forgot I kind of had a conversation with Angela scheduled because I was trying to close on that Thursday and it didn't really happen.
Right.
And so then, it was really weird. So I remembered it was 10 minutes, I even apologized to her this week because I was like, hey, I'm sorry I was late last week. I'm never late for anything in my life, right? But like my brain just wasn't into it.
Mm-hmm.
And so she got to see the business side of Nick, and she's like, man, you're really, and I was like, I love this. I love worked up Nick. I love exciting. I love fucking drive Nick, right?
Yeah.
I told her, I said, I made almost 7 figures. Okay. And I said, I've never met anybody who's depressed about making 7 figures. And she's like, well, let's get into that. Why? I was like, it's fucked up to say that, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
everybody else would be jumping for joy doing whatever. And I'm over here just going, cool. Yep. Like, I'm not happy. I'm not set. Like, I feel like I let Walt down. I feel like I let I feel like I let my business down because I'm selling part of my own business, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's very, very hard, right? And so it's like, Okay.
There's some failure aspect there
There's absolutely
that you're cluing in on,
but I should be
even if
sitting-
it's not
I
a
should be
failure.
sitting here celebrating the fuck out of it. Going, and granted, don't get me wrong, my celebrations have been far too often. Again, I am just eating out like fucking crazy, and it's just
How much ballpark? How much
Yeah.
did you buy it for?
3.
So you more than doubled your money.
Oh, and then some.
Okay, so that's a huge success.
Huge.
That's something you have to celebrate.
What I would make
And you
it
still-
the next 17 years, what I would make if everything went well.
And instead, you feel like a failure.
100%.
And again, that's the toxicity in our lives,
Yep.
and all of the bullshit we carry with us.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were talking to Dr. Ray, Mike had brought up at one point, he's like, well, part of the reason David feels like a shitty dad is because
He has a shitty dad.
yeah, he had a shitty dad, and
Yeah.
this is what he has to compare it to. And yeah, I have Steve, and Steve's phenomenal. We need to get down and interview Steve again
Yeah, let's do it.
before there's no more Steve to
And
interview.
before snow. I mean,
Yes. So we need to plan that within the next month.
Yeah.
Because I love him to death.
Yep.
But again, he's not technically my father. He's
You're not in his will,
no.
right? I mean,
And we went and saw him a few weeks ago to fix the TV because
because that's what you
old
do.
people problems.
Yeah, of course.
And he says to me at one point, he's like, I just sharpened like 7 hand saws. You need a hand saw? And I'm like, not really. He goes, come on, I'm going to give you one of my hand saws. So I brought a handsaw home from Steve's house, and Dawn takes it out of the car. She goes, what the fuck are you going to do with this? I'm like, I'm going to keep it. And she goes, to do what with? And I'm like, it's Steve's fucking handsaw. I'm just going to keep it. That's the way life is.
I mean,
And again-
take it to business. You never know when you might need it.
I'm keeping it because, again, it's Steve's handsaw.
Yes.
And someday he won't be here.
Yep.
And I will be happy that I have Steve's handsaw.
Yep.
That's an Imperial, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, that's a good beer. I'm sticking to the Coke.
No, you're good. My leg's going numb, sir.
Do you want me to kick the air down a little bit?
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay.
Sweaty little pig, but
I mean, that happens up here.
no, it's and that's it, right? Like you hold on to material things, but like and that's so I'm dealing with the same thing. So when my wife, my buddy, I told you we went to lunch, and it was great that he kind of opened up,
Yeah.
right? Like his wife and his mother-in-law are sending him text. Hey, don't forget the baby fucking eats this at this time and does this and this and this and this and this and this. And it's like, he feels, oh, I'm a fucking father, right? So when okay, so here's an example of what happened on Saturday. My wife was working Sunday. So I must have went out Saturday night. That's what happened. I don't fucking remember. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so I wake up, no problems, right? My daughter wakes up as well. So we go out to breakfast. Like, yeah, I'm a little hungover, I was saying, but like nothing crazy. We go to Cracker Barrel, we eat food. I go home. She didn't eat much. She drank 2 cups of milk.
Sure.
Didn't really eat much. And so we brought it home because she wanted to bring it home. So I go home, pass out. I fall asleep, after a little bit because we're hanging out. And she woke me up. She goes, Dad, what's for lunch? I'm hungry. I was like, go eat your pancake and your bacon. You wanted to bring it home, so you're going to eat it. And she didn't. I slept for, 27 minutes, I think was the whole grand total of things. Get up. She really didn't remind me. I was like, oh, okay. Hey, we go fast forward a little bit. I'm going to get some pizza. He wants some pizza. Nope. She doesn't want anything, right? The kid doesn't want anything. Courtney gets home. Dad didn't feed me. And she's fucking got such a fucking, oh. And so Courtney then goes, oh, if your dad, if he doesn't wake up and doesn't do whatever, you can call me off your tablet and blah, blah. Like, you don't fucking tell my kid that. Like, no, she can come to me. She can fucking talk to me. Like, right? You don't get to give her an escape. I'm her father. I can take care of her. I can do the thing. And to me, it's like Courtney's constantly judging how fucking, how I father and how I do things. It's hard because I don't ever want negative to be to my wife, but my daughter's, what pisses me off about my wife? She's such a fucking saint, but also annoys the shit out of me.
Did you tell her that?
Yes, I tell my wife all the time.
But did you say I gave?
Yes.
Brought home this leftovers.
Yep.
I said go eat those. She didn't eat them. I offered her pizza. She didn't eat that.
Yep, I said all those things, and it doesn't matter to her, right? Because her little baby girl didn't fucking get whatever. So, all right, so Nick has to go see a fucking therapist, right? And I've been told this for years and years and years, and I've told my wife to go fuck herself. And you know what? I got to a really low point, and David fucking just randomly hit me up, and
Can I interject?
yeah,
So part of the reason you go is because it's free.
that's exactly it.
What are you looking for?
That bottle right there. Or are you gonna use your glass? Cool. Anyway,
So part of the reason you go is because it's free.
absolutely.
So you know what I know about next year's benefits?
So they going
Virtual visits are still free.
Oh, sweet.
So you got at least another year of Angela if you want it.
Right. You know, but so right, like I'm at a low point, and you and I are just shooting the shit, and you're like, hey, I think you might, you know, my wife is like, hey, you need to go see a fucking therapist. You need fucking help. You're a fucking psycho, right? Where you were like, hey, I just, we have this conversation. I hear you might fucking want to talk to somebody who's got a little bit more professional level than I do, kind of a thing. And I'm like, fuck it, send it, right? And first time I'm getting on with Angela, I was like, I don't want to fucking be here. I feel like a failure. She's like, you don't have to be here. And I was like, no, I have to because of this. Like, let's see how the fuck it goes. But like, I'm not happy being here, right? And she's like, okay, like and I told her, I was like, things you're gonna learn about me. I'm gonna be fucking honest with you, and I'm gonna be straight fucking forward, right?
She's used to that.
She's not used to people telling her that they don't want to fucking see her, right? Like,
no, I totally wanted to see her.
Right, exactly. I did not, right? I'm like, I don't fucking want to do this, right? I have so much other things I could do in my fucking life than sit here and waste a fucking hour talking about how I fucking suck at life, right? Like,
yeah, because it's not about how you feel.
That's it, man.
It's about how you suck.
Right. But anyway, so that being said, so like, right, and so then you heard it, like Courtney got pissed because you mentioned it one time, blah, blah, and it's like, no, like,
she was so offended
yeah,
that you took my advice, but not hers.
Right.
And I kept saying, listen, I've been working on Nick for a long time saying you really should talk to somebody. It helps to talk to somebody. Therapy is a good thing. And you pushed me off for at least a fucking year.
Oh, easily.
And then you were finally like, all right, just give me the fucking number.
Right. I mean, I'm sitting here, like when you look at your life and you realize you're losing everything and it's just nothing's going well. But anyway, so then my wife, right, she's hounding me, which sucks, right? Oh, you fucking need to. So then my daughter's got some issues going on, right? Like every first Friday of the month, tornado sirens goes off. And for some reason, she thinks a fucking tornado is coming to fucking kill her, right? Like she just cannot get over this, man. Like she read about a fucking parasite in fucking Guam that can swim through your fucking eye canal and fucking killed 2 people in this entire fucking world over the course of fucking year. That's going to fucking kill her, right? Like she is just, and I hate to share that personal because that's her personal stuff, but I want to be open with you guys on this stuff. And so like, if anybody else is going through, that's the only reason I'm doing it, right? It's not.
She has an irrational fear.
So, right, we're doing whatever, and I hate how much I love the fact. So we go see this therapist, right? So we go into the thing, and so I'm a dick because, right, I think my wife needs therapy, right? And I've thought, because again, like I don't think I'm all the problem, right? I will openly admit I am, but I'm not what my wife thinks, if that makes any sense. And so, I look at the therapist that's talking to my daughter, and I was like, she fucking needs one, right? Like she said she'll go fucking see. Oh, I can probably try to help you set you up with one. And I was like, fucking ain't right, you can. So then we go into, right? So I was like, look, if 2 of us who aren't the fucking problem, you have to go fucking, right? And so it sucks to say that, but like, and then, so we go see my daughters and, they ask some personal questions and things. And I was like, look, my wife basically gives in and does this and just says, hey, okay. And right. She's mom's, right? She knows that mom will let her get away with the world and she can just have anything. And oh, well, hey, sounds like there's some stuff going on. And I was like, fuck yeah, there is. Fuck yes. Like, oh, like, cause like, right. I mean, you can only get told how much you're fucking wrong and how unreal your expectations are until all of a sudden you're like, man, is it really? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, somebody else who has a professional fucking degree. Because my wife is all about fucking degrees.
Yeah.
And all about this whole fucking, you're fucking, you got clout because you went to fucking school and learned what a fucking book tells you. And I'm over here like, bitch, I fucking make more than them. There ain't no book fucking tell you how to do this. Like,
so let me put on my hat as a podcast host for 2 different podcasts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Mike some leading questions now because he is our resident mental health professional because he has a degree in psychology.
Psychology.
Mike, are you a firm believer that everybody should be in therapy?
I'm a firm believer that everybody could probably uncover something about themselves in therapy. Like,
There's a benefit.
Huh.
even just hearing
Really?
what Nick has said in the last handful of minutes, I'm like, Courtney could probably figure out why does she think that she's the only one who knows how to parent, or she wants to protect her daughter. Like, to me, it's like probably stems to something that happened to her in her childhood that's making her feel she needs to protect her daughter from on high.
So, because we all see the same therapist, Mike.
I forgot you do. It's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you, it's
I've also referred one other person to
really.
her.
Well, it's funny because but like I mentioned you, and I told her I was like, I'm sorry because like I don't want her to feel uncomfortable in any way.
She will not feel uncomfortable. She just won't discuss
Right.
us with the other person.
Right, but that's
Yeah.
it. But like,
Oh,
so I was
but-
like,
Things that Dave and I talk about always get talked because I go on
100%.
right after him.
oh, there you go. But like, right, and so I'll say her and I'll go, oh, David, and I told her this week, and I'll talk about Mike, and I'll be like, the only reason I bring up those 2 people is because I know that we both know them, and I was like, it's hard because you can't talk about it. But like, I want you to understand the type of person I'm talking about, right? Like, I'll tell her like, you piss me off, and like how your mindset and things like that, and she's like, I get it, right? And it's because she understands.
Yeah. She
Your,
understands who I am.
your mindset, right? And she
100%.
understands- And so it's like we both understand this exact person, and or like, hey, David will sit here and tell me, oh, I drink, but then offer to go to fucking Dunkin' Donuts or Beers and Donuts. Not that that's a problem, but it's like, hey, like, make a fucking decision.
Well,
You want
again,
me-
you're my enabler. If I'm with you, I can drink.
I will always be that guy, and I want to be that guy. That's my buddy. So that's what I love. Like this weekend with my buddy Matt. He does have a girlfriend, but like, I mean, he's a single fucking guy who is everything I want to be. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, just does whatever the fuck he wants when he like, if she
Nobody
says-
to answer to.
Right. If she says you can't go to the casino, he just goes, okay, bitch. Like, bye. Right. Like, yeah, that was a good conversation. I'm so glad we had that. I didn't ask. I told you. Right. Like that type of a thing. But no, so and that's where the whole idea is
Well, and with Angela, so Mike,
Yeah.
Angela's smart.
I mean, yeah, she's very good, I think, at what she does. I mean, I don't know if she's intelligent outside of, her ability to be like a coach and a therapist and everything.
I think she's a lot like me. She had told me before she was very bored in like high school.
Yeah.
I did much better in college because again, same. I mean, I was very bored in high school, did much better in college. And so I asked that question because at one point Courtney sends Dawn a text and she's like, so who's this Angela? So Dawn like sends her the website and she's like, she's just a life coach. Oh, she's a therapist who happens to also be a life coach. So of course I talked to Courtney about it.
funny because I had no idea before going into
Yeah.
this that she was until you told me this little bit of conversation.
Well, and Courtney at one point is like, well, yeah, I may need therapy, but I don't care about anybody Angela suggests because I don't like her. And I'm like, you don't like her for no real specific reason other than you think she agrees with Nick. And just because she sits there and she goes, I understand, doesn't mean she's in agreement with any of us.
Oh, fuck no.
She tells me all the time that the thoughts I have are totally irrational and we need to rewire my brain. Yeah, I get it.
And Courtney's big thing is she needs step by steps. So like she asked me the other day, because I didn't know that my wife was seeing a therapist for like 2 weeks past, and I was like, because I will tell her and I'll be like, hey, this is what we talked about, and this is because I'm pretty open about it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I bitched. I'm not afraid to admit to you, right? I bitched about the fact that you guys asked me for somebody, and I give you Nate, and you fucking sit here and tell me that he's
Not us.
no, right, but like Dawn, right? And so I was like, look, that's a slap in the face to me, like that's and so. And
At some point, I need to have that conversation with her.
But that's
It's
not
between
a
her and
fight.
I.
Right? That's not a fight that you have to have. But like, I'm not going to hold it against her. But like, if she were to come to me and be like, "Hey, Nick, do you know something?" Probably going to be like, "There's a 50-50 shot. I don't fucking know anybody." Right? Like, you're not going to treat my people like that, right? Because like, I have to hold them near and dear to my heart, right?
Well, and again, I mean, when we talk about what Nate came in and did,
Yeah.
it was
I understand her side.
yeah. It was really just the breakdown of what you, because when Dudley came in, he's like, well, this is the reason. And of course, my wife's very much an I need reasons.
Right.
Whereas I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Just tell me what needs to be done.
Yep.
I'm again very much like you. I don't need all of the bullshit behind it. Just tell me what we need to do and let's go.
Yep. You say I'm gonna do this, it's gonna fix it, and you tell me the price, I'm gonna be like, great.
Correct.
Right? Like
Same.
I don't fuck like it's funny because every fucking guy that does concrete is like, all right, we're gonna grade this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna get this, we're gonna do this, you're gonna put a 4-inch fucking pour, it's gonna work. That's what I need to know and how much the price is. I don't give a fuck about anything else, right? Like I'm never gonna do concrete in my life.
Your heating guy, Mark.
Oh, Mark, Jesus Christ, his brain is
So, mind you, I gotta get a hold of him because he came out in the spring to look at the boiler issue,
yeah.
and then I didn't hear from him for months. And
You never will.
he gets a hold of me and he's like, I need to come back. So I'm like, cool. And Dawn asked me the other day, she's like, have you heard back from him? I'm like, no, I got to get a hold of him.
Yeah.
But mind you, he didn't charge me that entire time until the second time he came out.
Yeah.
And again, Dawn's sitting there going, I need answers. And I'm just like, well, he'll tell me when there's something to worry about.
Yeah. No, but Mark's brain is worse than mine.
Uh-huh.
Like, think about how fast mine will work. And like he'll just be like, hey, this, and like he'll think about it and do it. And then all of a sudden, but like if you want something, you have to ask Mark, right?
I'm actually gonna send him
That's
a text
exactly right. Hey bud, where are we at? Like, oh, sorry, what did you say about a fucking stator or like sorry. But like right, Mark's brain is gonna okay, great. Like, yeah, oh yeah, this. But dude, he did jobs like 17 years ago for me, right? And still will call and be like, yeah, we were down there, and oh yeah, I remember when you slapped my ass and called me Sally. And I'm like, yep, that's exactly what happened at that moment, right? But so like, and so I told Courtney, I was like, yeah, I told Angela that I was upset by the fact that like I felt disrespected.
Yep.
Because I went out of my way to give you guys, you guys people, and my guy wasn't good enough or wasn't respect. Like it makes me feel like something, right?
Yep.
And Courtney goes, she goes, well, it's nice to know that I'm not the only person you bitch about. And I was like, no, everybody pisses me off. Yeah. Like, don't flatter yourself and think it's just you, right? Like, the same thing. Like Angela and I had a conversation. I say people are stupid all the time, right? Like, I really think that everybody, and she goes, do you think everybody's stupid? Yes, absolutely. I think I will look you square in the fucking face, Mike, and you, David, and go, both of you are fucking stupid, right? Because if you want to sit here and fucking huevos on who knows more about bowling, I will annihilate both of you, right? So in the world of bowling, both of you are stupid. David's like, you throw a ball down lane. Mike's like, well, the perpetual motion of something. And I'm like, exactly.
I will tell you right now, I know more than you throw the ball down the lane because my daughter was a bowler.
Right.
Can I teach it? No. Do I have some understanding? I have some understanding.
Like when it comes like, but compared to me,
you want to knock down all the pins.
Exactly, right? Like, and so it's like I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. I mean it in, hey, you're not as knowledgeable, and so knowledge to me is stupidity.
Again,
right? And that's how it is.
Ignorance is fine.
That's it.
It's okay to be ignorant because there are plenty of things I'm ignorant to.
Yeah.
It's not okay to continue to be ignorant about things that you pretend you're not ignorant about. I'm not a bowler. I'll never be a bowler. I can't be a bowling coach. I'm ignorant to that.
You can be a bowling coach.
I could definitely be a bowling coach, but I couldn't be a good bowling coach.
Oh God, you say, but you can be a bowling coach.
I mean, you can literally coach anything you want. There are places that would hire me as a coach for shit I don't know. But again,
yeah,
I couldn't be respected in what I do.
My favorite thing is no matter how I won a state championship, David. Mm-hmm. Mike, you haven't really coached too much. I don't know if you have some none really. I thought you did some childhood stuff or whatever. But David, how hard is it to win a state championship?
I tried to coach one of my younger sisters' like softball team when I was like 16, 17 because they needed a coach for it, and she was like 10. That's the amount of coaching I've done.
Oh no shit.
And this was plain while recreational. This wasn't even little.
Oh yeah. But like, right,
it is extremely difficult to win a state championship, especially in your first year.
So my favorite thing is right. Everybody like, oh, you had all the talent given to you.
Bullshit, you did. You didn't win your conference.
Exactly. Right. You know what I'm good at? Building people up to make them believe in them fucking self. And what the funny thing is I look at people and I go, do you know what the difference between your state of mind and mine is I'm making this person that much better.
Mhm.
Like you see the basics. You see the hey, if I throw the ball here and it does this, that's how it's supposed to get, right? I see the fact that bowling is unfair and here we fucking can beat it, right? I see the fact that I can walk up to you, you leave the greatest fucking 9 or 10 pin of your life. And yeah, sure, look at it as sloppy, do whatever, right? You fucking stone one, right? You should have carried it. You should have done whatever. You know who I am? I'm gonna look at you straight in the face and go, fuck, you suck, you piece of shit. Can't believe you can't throw a ball. Granted, I'm not going to teach my kids that, but me bowling against somebody else who I'm betting for $100, oh, I'm going to fucking rub that in because I know that in the back of your mind, now you're going to second think. You're going to be like, oh, did I not throw that? Did I throw it fast? Did I throw it? Right? The idea is, okay, so I had the front nine yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And so I hated it. It was the worst front nine I've ever had. For me, it was happy. But I sit at the table and the lady, my own teammate's like, oh, I'm going to sit here and watch this 300. Another person's like, oh, how many 300 you got? And it's like, you don't fucking, it's an unspoken rule in bowling that you don't talk about this. You don't fucking bring it up. Like, because mentally it makes this person now think about it.
Mhm.
And I should be stronger than that. And I fucked up. And that's why it's funny. I posted I'm trash. But like, my mental game isn't there. I should have annihilated it, should have done it. No questions asked. Right.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Have you ever thrown the perfect shot and
Yes.
it didn't do what you needed it to do?
Absolutely.
Does it make you shitty for doing it?
Mhm.
It does.
Mhm.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does mentally. It doesn't
Mentally,
physically.
right? You did everything you were
Mentally,
supposed to do.
Are you a
And
worse person because you didn't make that shot?
No, like it's it right. It's just it. But mentally, and that's the whole thing. Like I will teach you to mentally believe. If you go throw that shot, I'm going to build you to mentally start to understand that you did nothing wrong,
Mhm.
right? And I'm going to build you up so much to believe I am the greatest and I know what I did. And it wasn't me. It was the ball just didn't do what it was supposed to.
so Caitlin at regionals her senior year.
Yeah.
She's at team regionals on a Friday night. And she has rheumatoid arthritis. So of course in the mornings her hands would swell.
Yeah.
So at night they didn't because she's had all day to acclimate. She was the best bowler there that night. I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't fucking close. I mean, she was just killing it. And I had said afterwards, I'm like, man, she bowls like this tomorrow, she's gonna easily go to state. And we get to the bowling alley and her hand's huge.
And that's just it.
And it can't fit in the ball. And her first game's a 109. The kid doesn't throw 109s.
Yeah,
And-
but technology's changed now, right? Now you can get this thing called a switch grip.
Yep.
Oh, you know about them.
I don't, but I
Yeah.
know technology has changed
Yeah,
because
so-
I mean this was 10 years ago.
So your hand can't fit, but like if you wanted, like right now, and so people drill 3 different thumb sizes,
Sure.
right? So you can get tight, you can get medium, and you can get big, right? So if your hand's swollen, now all of a sudden I have a fucking thumb hole that my hand fits. I don't have to get a different bowling ball.
Right.
I can use that same. So I just switch it, and you can get fingers as well.
Yeah.
Most people don't get fingers. I'm going to because that's the thing that swells the most. Like my thumb, I usually keep a little bigger, whatever. We're getting into bowling nerd talk, but like yes, so like back in her day, switch grip wasn't a fucking technology, right?
No.
Right?
And I mean, she ended up, I think, 27 pins out
With the 109 start.
with a 109 start. And mind you, Nick, I'm watching the last 3 games she threw, and the big game never came. And for her, she always had a big game or two in her.
Yep.
But I would see the ball out of her hand, and I'm like, oh my God, that's a perfect shot.
Mhm.
And she knocks 7 down. And I'm like, what the fuck? That was a strike shot. She's thrown that ball 100 times this year, and it's always a strike shot. And all of a sudden, the pins just didn't fall. They just didn't fall. And I was in tears during the last game because I knew she worked so hard for that. And she threw her last ball, and before the ball even got to the pins, she walked off of the approach and went over to Whitley because Whitley was in the top 10
There you go.
and had a horrible last game and
Oh.
wasn't sure she was going to make the cut.
Did she make it?
She did. And Caitlin just went over to her and threw her arms around her. And all the focus she had
Yeah.
was on her teammate. It was not on herself or the fact that she wasn't going to state or however she even threw that last ball. And as upset as I was and as sad as I was that it was over, I was so proud that my kid didn't focus on herself. She did everything I trained her to do in all the years I coached her as an athlete.
And that's a great coach, right?
It is. And
I
at the end of the day, I mean, she was exactly who I expected her to be.
and that's I tell these people all the time. I was like, look, if you look back at during singles, if you look back at my team, people had their families there, right, from team, and we had a kid make it top 8. Not a single one of my kids left until after that kid decided to leave, right? We are here, we are a team, and it's funny because we got into it with the girls, right? We are one, we are a team, right? We will wear our fucking uniforms, and we will wear these coats that I've given you because we are a team. Can we wear this? Does that look like the team? Well, no. You're not an individual. You are a team, right? You are not I. You are me at this point, right? And you represent, and you will look and dress and be one, right? Because guess what? When you fuck up, we fuck up, right? Because if that other person didn't pick you up, that person didn't tell you how to fix it, that's a we problem, right? Because we need to sit here and communicate. We need this, right? I can't be in 50 spots at once. I need all of us to communicate. And so, and I did it with my boys. My girls just,
It was a tougher.
I had one girl.
Tougher road.
I had 2 girls that basically, right? But like, so, and this year, I really think my girls are going to go win state. This is the only reason I'm going back, because I think I'm going to win a fucking state championship again.
Well, and I mean, being a coach is one of those things that really fills our emotional bucket.
Oh God, yes.
It makes us feel better about who we are because.
But for you, it's different.
Okay.
Well, your wife's used to it.
She absolutely is.
Exactly.
Because I've been a coach for 21 years.
Do you know what I am? A father who's not home again.
Yeah.
A father who isn't there. Cheap views. Oh man! Wow. Thanks. God.
Just got a spam
Yeah,
comment on our
but
Twitch.
like I'm just the guy who's choosing to do other things than be with the family. Like,
Yeah.
my wife doesn't view my state championship anywhere near what you probably do, and what I like. God, nobody views it the way I do. Right? Nobody.
I had some of those issues with Dawn, especially after Caitlin graduated,
Yeah.
because it was still so.
Why are you still doing it?
Well, not only that, it was still so important to me that when we were in season, and of course, she didn't see me as much. And then I'd come home and I'm on the phone with you or Marv for like an hour and a half, and she's like, I haven't seen you all fucking day.
Yep.
You finally get home and you're back on the fucking phone talking about softball. I'm like, yeah, I get it, but it's important. And she's like, but aren't I?
Yep.
Well, yeah, you are, but it's softball season and everything takes a backseat. And it's wrong.
It doesn't make you right.
No, I'm absolutely not right for doing those things, but it's what I felt I had to do. Because again, I coached at 2 different places the last 14 years. One of them needed me to be a great coach.
Oh yeah.
And one of them needed me to be a great father figure.
Right.
And I never would have quit at Godwin because they needed me.
Oh, I think you'd still be there today.
I would still be there today.
Yeah.
I had to get fired. One of the girls from Coopersville works for me now, and another girl came in this weekend to have a session, and we're talking, and I'm like, I got fired from Godwin, and they both go, what do you mean you got fired? I'm like, yeah, I've never made that a secret. They're like, we thought you quit. Never would have quit. Couldn't quit. I couldn't quit on those kids. They didn't have anything. If I preached family to them for so fucking long that if I ever quit on them, I'm just a fucking liar.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, you and I talked about it. Like, there were 1 or 2 kids whose parents were actively involved.
Yeah.
For a class, whereas it's almost the opposite. You get maybe one parent who isn't as active with their kids at Coopersville.
Yep. Yeah, all the parents are there. I mean, I talked to this kid on Sunday when she was here, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really know parents, but your parents were always great. They never gave me a hassle. They never argued with me. They always asked me how I was doing. I do know their names, which is shocking because I don't learn many parents' names.
It's true.
But they were an excellent set of parents. And I've had a few that are just great up there.
Let's call the person Crow, right? Crow, I couldn't tell you mom and dad's name, came and talked to me and did whatever, right? You know who I'm talking about, right? But Chris is her name, right? So like I know Chris's name, right? Like You're there, you're doing whatever, right? Like my bowling kids, I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. Right? Like I'm not afraid to admit that.
Mhm.
I know what one of them is the police chief for a place I own a bunch of properties in. Right, which great. I've never pulled a favor. I don't know if she'd give it to me, but like never pulled a favor, but I should, right? I should pull a favor. Um, and the other one, I know the one's named Stacy. I know a Penny. Some moms say, but like that's it. Like dads couldn't fucking tell you. Oh, Rod. Rod is one of the Rod shows up and because I have your I want to call it syllabus, but you're and so I tried to submit that and they're like, oh, we can't do this. And because like I don't want parents fucking talking to me.
Right.
Don't fucking come up to me, right? Because if I lose and you're gonna sit here and talk about how your kid fucking is a senior and should have fucking playing time. Uh-huh. Okay, cool. Great. I'll talk to my coach. Hey Brian. Yeah, yeah. Hey, was she sucking? Yeah. So she didn't bowl because she was sucking? Oh, I don't like how you put that. No. Hey, Brian, did she miss a bunch of spares? Yeah. Sorry, she didn't bowl because she missed a bunch of spares. I'm sorry for calling it sucking. Forgive me. But yeah, she just missed. Well, that's not fair.
Sweet.
This is bowling. It's nothing about bowling is fair, right? Like, let's be clear about a few things. So,
Literally
want
any
their
varsity
kid to
sport.
always participate. They need to go do a sport like cross country or track, where literally we'll throw 6, heats of the 100-yard dash out there, so your kid can always run 100 yards.
Yep.
oh, let's say, hey, you tried. It's not, but no, it's just like I'm just like you. I don't want to meet. I don't want to. I want to know your names. I don't want to do things.
I'm going to tell you the parents' names I knew. Are you ready? I knew Mike. One of them is the one that you met that you told me was Ursula.
Ursula,
But
yep.
Ursula.
Yep.
So Mike, Lisa, Doug, Otis,
Long dick in
Wes.
Otis.
I'm at 6.
Is he 90?
No, he's younger. Well, he might be my age, but he
Otis.
might be a little younger than me.
Otis.
OTIS. 6. I know 6 parents' names. That's it.
From the place you're at currently?
Yeah, from this past team.
Gotcha.
That's it. I couldn't name any others.
I had more players than you, and I can only name 2. Like, oh wait, sorry, I do know. We'll give a credit. Charlie Brown, I do know because I've known him my whole life.
You want me to open it up the year before? I can add Nikki, Steve, and
There's always a Steve.
Sarah. And only because Steve and Sarah are married. I only know Lisa and Mike because Lisa and Mike are married. The other spouses, I couldn't tell you. I don't know because I don't care.
No,
And it's not that I don't like these people. They're perfectly fine. But I don't coach you. I coach your kid.
And I would anticipate I could probably guess which of the kids, the married couple that you knew both of their names, who their daughter is.
I'll bet you can't.
Oh, it's not? What's her name?
No.
It's not the person that works for you?
No.
Well, the one that
Never
used to
worked
work
for me.
Do you know the person that works for you, parents' name?
The one that currently works for me?
The one, yeah.
Yeah, Mike. Ursula.
Oh, Ursula's kid works for you. Ursula's
works
kid
for-
works for you.
yeah.
This guy, I mean, just fucking
So-
jaw jacks. He just, Ursula, like Ursula. And I was like, dude, hey, Ursula fucking says, hey, man. And Dave was like, Ursula. And he's like, cool, man. And I was like, I don't know, says a fucking kid plays for you or something.
Yeah.
And tries bragging to me about how good his fucking kid is. And I was like, dude,
His kid pitches for you. I'm like, oh, Ursula.
that's I can't believe you couldn't get it. It was Ursula versus Ursula.
You didn't say it was a parent of a kid that coached for me. You just said Ursula says hi. So I sent you back a picture of Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you were talking about. Mike's sitting here going, it's Lily or Maddie.
I would have figured it would have been Maddie.
So Maddie's mom's name is Nikki.
Really?
I have no idea what her stepdad's name is. None.
She has a stepdad?
Okay.
No fucking clue. Lily's
Right.
parents I've met many times. No fucking clue what their names are.
Okay.
Oh, I remember one more. Dustin. There was a Dustin.
Oh, he's a Dustin. He's a doucher too, isn't he?
I don't know.
Really?
I really.
You met him?
Yeah. I mean, he was always nice to me.
Oh,
but
okay. But he's probably a doucher.
I have no idea.
I have to do your bowling banquet some year.
You should. There's a lot of fun up there. I don't go there anymore. I'm done.
Oh, do you want to bowl it this year with me?
Maybe.
All right, let's do that.
I could do that.
Beat the coaches.
All right.
So does Chris bowl or no?
No.
Okay, so me, we'll get fucking eye candy here. Bucks and Brews will sponsor this bitch. Is it 4-person teams or?
We basically know that you're carrying the entire team.
Oh, 100%. 110%.
It's couples.
Oh, okay, cool. You two can be a couple and I'll fucking find another dude. Say.
No, but I want to win. I want to be your dude.
That's it. Oh, couples, like, this was not quads.
No.
But how many people per lane?
Like 8.
8 per lane?
Yeah.
I can't do this. Eight per pair or 8 per lane? I want to be very clear about this.
I think it's
4 per lane or 8 per lane?
I think it's 4
per lane, 8 per pair. I could do that.
I think
that's fine.
I think
I'm not doing 8 per fucking lane.
I think it's that.
That's normally I bowl 5 per lane.
I think I'd have to ask to confirm.
8
and
per
mind you,
lane
it's
eight
Scottish
per lane
doubles,
is
so you
crazy.
throw your partner's ball.
Fuck me, Scotch doubles? I'm not having you as a teammate. Fuck you.
I bowled a 39 once. Come
Is this
on.
an actual fucking tournament?
No.
Wait, they do
It's
Scotch
just a
doubles
fundraiser.
for fun?
Yeah, it's just a fundraiser.
They do Scotch doubles for fun.
You get nothing for winning.
Why the fuck do you do Scotch doubles?
I don't put it together.
That would be like doing a scramble with us with like alternate shot.
Well,
Yes.
that's exactly. So just to let everybody know, Scotch doubles, right? I go up and I stone a 10 pin. I have to rely on David, who's never picked up a 10 pin in his life, to pick that up, and then I get to throw that shot again until I hit a strike. The next game comes around.
Second game.
You start, and then
The second game, every second shot is a trick shot. So like through the other person's legs.
I could fucking do this all. Oh, you should be my partner. You and I, we are fucking partners. Whoever, and I'm gonna tell Chris, every fucking drink we drink, we get to add 10 pins to our score.
We're gonna be wasted.
I fucking hope so. That's the goal. 300 and 370. Can't believe Nick shot fucking 980. Yeah, he fucking did. It's just gonna be great. But Benson, I know we're running this really long because we said we're doing a double episode. What's going on in your life, my friend? Dude, honestly, I don't know if I remember you having a dog.
This is new.
It is new.
It's got a kitten too.
I got a dog too. Yeah, like 2 weeks old now. Something like that. Did you know that?
I did know you got a dog.
Yeah, I got a fucking dog. I got a fucking
Your wife sat there dragging him while he's trying to take a shit.
yes, exactly. So I got a Chihuahua mix that likes to just shit anywhere. When I say anywhere,
actually, I would hope that 2 weeks old.
no. So I've
He's had
had
it for 2 weeks.
I've owned it for 2 weeks.
Okay.
It was
I love that
abandoned.
Shouldn't even be weaned from their mom yet at 2 weeks.
No, it was abandoned in the middle of a parking lot, and let's say Daddy Nick did what Daddy Nick had to do and stepped up and said, "Hey, apparently I got me a fucking dog." The dog loves Courtney.
Even though Courtney doesn't pay attention to what's going on, and just keeps yanking it.
No, but I love my wife. Again, I keep telling you this. I do. I love my wife. But she's like, "Oh, I really wish the dog liked you because you seem like you need it." And I was like, "What the fuck you mean I need a dog?" Like, "Well, you seem a little lonely." And I was like, "You can show me attention. You can fucking make me feel like the dog makes me feel." God, I'm gonna break my own rule because I love this beer. We're gonna go through all of those.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
I'm getting a ride home tonight. No, it's but so Mike, anyway, sorry, go on. What so you have a new dog, you have a new cat?
Yep, got a kitten.
A kitten?
The kitten is more for my daughter. Well,
Okay.
Even my dog is a puppy. He's only like 4 months old.
Dude, that thing was fucking huge. It took up your whole body.
It's
It's
like 50
not
pounds already.
70?
50.
50. Jesus Christ. That's my dog weighs
He's a big dog.
6.
Actually, he's 5 months old now. He was born in March.
I'm gonna weigh my dog. I promise you my dog weighs.
Your dog probably weighs less than the kitten.
Oh, dude, it's funny as shit. Yeah, my dog is actually smaller than my cat. Is this Tribs?
I'm thinking this is Tribs.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. How, gentlemen, Huey, Dewey, Louie, how are you?
Which
Great.
one am I Louis? Because I'm fucking really hoping so.
Who be free, be a peacock, be whoever you want to be, sir.
Hey, it's good to see you, my friend, or hear you at least.
Hear you.
Yes, I was. Yeah, I finally got to break away for a little bit. I don't know how far you guys have gotten into this conversation in reference to interview skills or things like that, but if I
We're
could
gonna go
speak
back.
on that just for a little bit.
Yeah, we want to hear it.
So basically, what it is it's rough out there in the workforce, especially if you're someone like me who have not interviewed for a job in nearly 27 years.
Mm-hmm.
There are many sources out there you can use. YouTube is the one I talked about earlier with you guys, but also if you're looking to change a field, if you're looking to enhance a field, also Coursera. There's an app called Coursera, and that's also good to, it's almost like college credits, if you will, but it also gives you a leg up, and in order to enhance, what your learning style is or what you want to do, what field it is. But as far as interviewing skills, it's really tough. You have to be. The interview itself is a skill, but the interviewee is also a skill, which is why I gave you that Modern Millennial, I believe is her name, on YouTube. For some advice on that. I took that advice and I took it and ran with it. I got an interview. I got a second interview within the same job. However, I was not picked for whatever reason. So
I'm sorry to hear that. What's going on?
no. What's going on? I mean, it's 107 degrees out. It's 107 degrees out, and yeah. But I mean, what's going on? Life is life. You know what I mean? It's, you take it one day at a time. It has taken a toll on me. I'm not going to lie.
Yep.
But I have a great support system behind me that is very positive and very, very forward thinking, very forward. And we'll get past this. If you can't fix it in 30 seconds, there's no reason to worry about it.
Yeah.
So I have a great support system behind me when it comes to that. So,
Well, and so I know you're in security, and you've been, gosh, as you said, you've been in there for 20 plus years. So what are you looking to do? I guess you mentioned.
well, I'm looking
this.
to stay in the same field. I'm not
Are you
looking
okay?
to branch
Okay.
out and become. I'm not going to try and become a nuclear physicist in 3 weeks.
Why not?
I mean, that'd be cool.
It would be, but it's just a lot of math, and me and math don't math. So,
Say New York people, I tell you, they can't math.
no, not at all.
Say.
It's like my friends telling me is like, math is hard. It is.
Yep.
But I mean, look, I'm looking to stay in the same field, and it's not like there isn't an abundance of jobs out there, because
Okay.
there is. For every building, you got to have someone there, right? Someone there to lock it up, someone there to know to keep the lights on. It's a matter of what you want to do in regards to specific type of security. When it comes to physical security, do you want to do casinos? Do you want to do infrastructure, kind of thing? So, I mean, there's a lot of things out there for me in that type of field. So it's just a matter of picking and choosing, and it's a matter of getting that interview too. A lot of jobs out there, like you'll go on LinkedIn and you'll apply for a job, and some people either pick up the phone right away for a hire, for at least an interview, a phone call, or some may sit on it. Or you may have the job, you just wouldn't know about it until 3 months later when they call, kind of thing. So, I mean, yeah, it's the market is out there. It's a matter of how to reach the market. And not only just putting an application in, it's knowing that first impression when you get that phone call to say, hey, do you want to sit for an interview? Or even during the interview for the first impression.
Right. And Have you been interviewing quite a bit? Like, how long have you known that you're going to be losing?
I had one interview. I had one. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Sorry, fine.
I had one interview. I had one interview in June, which led to a second interview, which means it was between me and another candidate. And that interview went well. They just went another direction.
Okay. And
You
so
know, I was told if it wasn't for one thing that one can not that I think it was they just decided to go a different direction is what it was. They didn't give me specifics, but if I wanted to go over my interview answers, they would.
Okay.
Which I chose not to, so.
No, I say that's really nice of them to at least go over it with you.
Right, and then also to be honest too, I mean, if my resume was live with them for 3 months and should have another position open at that specific location, you know, they would interview me again, and it would just be a familiarization interview.
Yep. Now,
So,
say Tribs, I hate to say the words, but I know you're a little bit older than myself. So I'm 35, right? And saying, I mean, how much longer are you looking to work?
so here's the deal, and I've been talking with this. So I work with a lot of older folks, and it's not by choice. It's just by happenstance, right? I mean,
Yep.
you come into a job and you find out your best friend Fred is like 3 years older than you, and you become friends and you work together for a while. I think right now, when I'm looking at it, if I can buy maybe 10, 12 more years, then I think it's time for me then it'll be time for me to retire. I'm looking at 62 and a half.
Okay.
I would like to make 67, but I don't want to have that FOMO.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But then there's also FOMO on the other side, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have gone out at 67 because Social Security would have been $42 more, you know, or whatever the case may be, if we even get to see Social Security in our generation. But that's a political statement to be
Let's say I
debated
know
later on in life, you know.
we've been missing so many of these podcasts that we're doing this tonight, but I really wanted to watch the debate because
We'll still get to watch most of it.
what time does it start?
It just started.
Okay. Well, yeah.
It just started.
But you know, I will tell you. So we're gonna plug Bucks and Brews, and Tribs. One of my biggest suggestions to you is go check out the Millennial Money Witch. So just like you had talked about for, uh, oh man, the modern millennial. Sorry,
Right.
on YouTube. But Millennial Money Witch, she actually does that where she talks about people getting their dream jobs and how to do some things. We've had her on 3 times now,
Yeah,
Jesse
at
De
least.
Silva. And so you could reach out to her and just honestly plug Bucks and Brews, and she will give you the VIP treatment because of us. Because I mean, let's be honest, everybody loves fucking Daddy Nick, right? Um, so I mean, Tribs, you fell in love with me on a ship, and you just didn't even know it. Actually, it's funny. For the first time ever, I watched David reach out to somebody, and it happened to be you, right? Because you and David just hit it off right away, and it was great.
Right.
It might be just because both of you were old as shit,
That might be it.
and because
Yeah.
I wanted to be in the casino, but no, really, it was hey, we're constantly showing up to
Trivia.
trivia, and we're
Right.
constantly
Yeah.
but and then we're watching
Yeah.
Tribs, get up and sing New York songs as this guy, and I'm like, oh, New York? What? You're from Las Vegas and you're singing Frank Sinatra, my boy. Like, come on. No, but
Right.
really, so reach out to her and watch some of her content because she really is a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, she's phenomenal.
Well, let me ask you guys a question. I bounced this idea around with a lot of my friends, and a lot of my friends seem to agree. When it comes time to retire, let's say you want to retire at 62, the general consensus seems to be to plan 5 years before retirement, so you're ready to retire at that age. Is that pretty much the general consensus all around?
I mean, honestly, I'm thinking I'm 10 years away. I'd like to retire by the time I'm 57. And for me, retirement is not retirement, okay? For me, retirement is I get to go do what I want to do. I would say the longest lead time you can give yourself is probably the best. I would plan at least 5, if not 10 years ahead. Because
Well, even at that point, Dave, too, you might as well, once you start a job, say you're 22, like I was,
Yep.
I automatically invested in a 401k.
Absolutely.
And I put the maximum I could at the time.
Yep.
And then I was faced with recession and all the other stuff, but I was still able to still make money. So to counteract your point, I would say the minute you get into a job that offers a 401k, if you're young enough, for those listeners that are out there that are young, get into it. The two things you need when you start a job is going to be your benefits and your 401k.
Well, and even like with my daughter, she is not offered any type of retirement plan. So she contributes to her IRAs and her investment accounts because she has to have a plan.
Correct. But then again, I mean, your daughter is 27 something or other.
9. Jesus.
She'll be 30 in April.
Oh.
She'll be okay. So she's okay. So she's got an IRA. But that's good though. She started a job and she's putting what she can in.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. The minute for those younger listeners that are out there, or those that have youngins that are starting jobs, I mean, the best advice you can give is put into a 401k or an IRA or a Roth.
Yep.
You know, just something to save. You know, you put in a percentage. You're not going to miss it. You know what I mean? You're not going to miss it. It's a percentage of it. You're still going to get paid your 99%. You know, it's just that 7% off the top that's not taxed.
Yep.
And so, you know, the hard part for me is, I guess, so I'm going to write the question down because I'm going to do more research for you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Tribs, sure. I've been retired for 3 years, right? And everybody looks at retirement as different. So I guess when I say retired, like I went from working 2 full-time, you know, I worked in a normal job where they offered 401k in a factory job, warehousing, and I own my own other business, and then I own my own current real estate company. And so I've done real estate now. I do, you know, flips and rentals and things like that.
Right.
And you know, I haven't gone to work for somebody to tell me when to wake up in 3 years, right? So for you to say, hey, like, should I think about it 5 years ahead of time? Shit. I don't plan to ever not have to answer to a tenant or something like that, but like, you know, it's going to happen eventually, but I don't know about, you know, say for me, all right, so here's the rule of thumb for me. If is all your money, my question is, and this gets personal, is all of your money for investments into your 401k? Or do you okay. So and there's nothing wrong with it. You've done great, but in order to touch 401k without penalty, you have to be 60 or 59 and a half, right? To get half 50%. So we have to make it to that point. We have to make it to that point. But you know, so the rule of thumb is you know, in order to live off of 4% interest, so if you want to make $40,000 a year, that's $1.2 million invested into money that you're allowed to take the interest off of. You know, so like it, you know, me, I just put, you know, 1.2 million bucks in the bank. I then have a CD or a checking account or a savings account that I can, so let's call it a savings account that I can just, I get 5 or 4% on. So in the perfect world, you have $1.2 million. You every month you're taking 4%, which is, you know, 4,000 something dollars, and you never really touch that principal. So you always have $1.2 million invested. That's the perfect world. So you starting your 401k at 22, you're going to be, and you maxed it out and you did the right things, gosh, years ago. So 6,300 was the max. Now it's 71, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I'd have to look.
So, but like you're on the right track. You have to let it grow. So you're gonna have to go get something until you can afford, because you're gonna pay a 10% tax on it plus an income tax if you withdraw it. You know, but I don't know what you make in your daily career, but take it. You know, take that, divide it by your income, pay the taxes, and then if you can go reinvest it in a different fund, go do that, and you might be able to retire tomorrow.
Well, there's
especially-
also there's also the hey, you know, what CD or what Roth IRA is going to give me the best in return. CDB in 6 months, you know, you can put 10 grand into a 4% CD for 6 months and then reinvest it that way. You know, there's also that as well.
Well, I say, you know, in CDs right now, I mean, so, you know, a CD for 13 months, if you sign it, it's going to give you, you know, 6.5. A CD for 6 months is going to give you 6.2.
Right.
For employees.
And is it, you know, so, you know, I think that's, but so you got to figure out. So and the problem, and you know, I have no problem with people investing in their future, but the problem gets to be when you're at this point where it's like, hey, I have to go find another job that's going to pay me to live for the until I can retire.
Yeah.
So if you want to retire at 59 and a half, but you're saying 62, which is, you know, 12, 13 years away.
Right.
You know, I would suggest, hey, let's tighten up the budget a little bit. Let's shoot for 59 and a half.
Well, I'm gonna have to. Well, Nick, I'm gonna have to because let's face it, I'm gonna be starting at the bottom no matter what it is.
Really?
You know,
there's no jobs paying you what you were making?
It depends. It depends. But at the very least, I'm gonna be starting at the bottom. So that said, I can still put in what I'm putting into a 401k now. It would just be less money coming out. Now, I could find a job that's probably equal to what I'm getting now. Is it that scarce to find? As it stands right now on LinkedIn in the top 10 searches, probably not. It's a question of whether or not I get the job.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, but I mean, if I have to start at the bottom, I have to start at the bottom. You know, it's like I told my employees, listen, everybody's going to be at day one. And when you're at a day one, you're not, whether you make the same or you're making a little less, you just now have to pivot, I guess is the sports term. Now you're going to have to pivot and readjust your lifestyle, readjust your living, you know, your living standards, and pretty much your 401k and your retirement. If you can put in what you've been putting in for so long, great, fantastic. You know, listen, any amount is a good amount. You know what I mean? Any amount is a good amount.
No truer words have ever been said, and it's something I absolutely agree in. And when I say that, I really mean, I mean, David, how many times do I tell people to put $5 in?
Yeah, you have to have something in there.
$5, and everybody's like, it's wasting my time. It's like,
it's not.
You know, when I started my daughter's fund, it was $25 a month, right? Like, and my daughter's 9 years old, 25, and she's 9, right? And I started it when she was 8.5, and she has $30,000, right?
8.5 months old.
No, I started when she was 6 months old, and now 8.5 years.
So you've done 8.5 years, okay?
Yep, and when I started, it was penny, right? Like pennies compared to what it is now, but I didn't have the funds, I didn't have the things, but I knew that I wanted to get to that point.
Yep.
Basically, how you want to look at it is this. When we were kids, what were we told? I want you to do me a favor. In that jug, for today, you put in a penny. Tomorrow, you put in 2 cents. Tomorrow, you put in 4 cents.
Yep.
That goes to show that no matter what you put in, you're still making money in the end.
You're damn right.
No matter, you can put it in, you could put 2 cents in, you could put 4 cents in, whatever it is, it's still money that will add up. You know, that's how you should look at, and that's how listeners, especially the youngins, should look at it. No matter how much money you're putting in, it's money you're not going to miss. And believe me, when the time comes that you're going to need that money, there's no one better to pay back than yourself.
100%.
Over X amount of time.
100%.
I would much rather pay myself back over 6 years at a certain percentage than pay ABC Credit Company at 22% over X years. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you're still making money on the back end.
Yep.
you're still making money on the 401k. So by the time 6 years comes, maybe even 3, you've doubled what you've already taken out, if not tripled. It's a true story. I've done that.
Yep.
I've taken out money for a vehicle. I bought the vehicle cash. On top of that, within 3 years, I've doubled, nay, I would like to say 2.5 times what I've already made, what I've already taken out.
Yeah.
Because I'm paying myself back still while still paying off the loan. So,
and what are you looking for when it comes to a job that is in your field?
well, listen, here's my thing. Look, in Vegas, everything starts with customer service. That's your baseline. You could be a dealer, you could be a waiter, you can be a internal maintenance person, which are the people who sweep up. Baseline is customer service. Everything else is secondary.
Okay.
I know what I want in a job. I know I want reputability. I know I want longevity. I know I want I want it easy. I've come to a point in my life where it's like, all right, I've done all the hard stuff already.
Yep.
Now it's time to take it, kick back a little. Hey, I'm up for a challenge. I am. And let's face it, no matter what, it's like I always say, if life was this easy, where would the challenge be, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, of course it's going to be a challenge no matter what. There's going to be challenges on the job, and maybe challenges in personal that has to deal with the job and things like that. But you get through that. And like I said, I got 12 years left. I want to be somewhere where I'm happy, at a place where I'm happy, to live.
Yep.
Where I think
I guess because I want to change the narrative just a little bit, because
sure.
We like to celebrate victories and fun things.
Oh, of course.
Where are you headed on your cruise? Because that's the number one most important. Say, buddy.
Mexican Riviera, my friend. Cabo, San Lucas, Mazatlan, and Puerto Vallarta.
Oh, I love Puerto Vallarta. That's one of my favorite destinations.
Puerto Vallarta is great. Cabo is fantastic.
You've been to these places.
Some forecasting and the weather, and the weather looks pretty good. There's a storm that's just about to pass the Mexican Riviera, so everything should be copacetic or so pathetic, depending on how Mother Nature feels. Along the way. So I can't wait.
I say my wife and I and my daughter are headed to Colorado, which is nowhere near amazing as what you're doing, but
Did you go to Red Rocks?
We are going
Amos Lee.
We are going to Amos Lee, Red Rocks. So I bought tickets in December. It's funny, that's how long ago. December, right?
I remember these
9
things.
months ago. Yeah. And so we are leaving on a flight on Thursday night for a trip that is our bucket list. And you mentioning this storm, 9 days, so I'm only 5 days. So I'm hoping that storm stays off, because I don't want to sit out but I will. I will go to this no matter what happens, but it's not a covered amphitheater, right? Like in the mountains in the middle of nowhere. So
well, I mean, you're talking the southern coast of California into Mexico, so I mean, there's nothing that's going to hit Colorado unless you do a 10-day forecast and you look at it. But as far as that's concerned, I mean, a lot of people were asking me too, what's your plans after you leave, blah, 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 this and that. And I'm thinking, what, I might just take a month off. It's well deserved. I think, 27 years on a job, why not take a month off? And in that month, you take a cruise.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other better relaxation and you gentlemen know this, than being on a boat.
Nick would not agree. I would agree.
Say on Lake Michigan, there's no better, like I'm going sailing tomorrow night, right? There's no better relaxation. I know that I'm done within 4 hours, right? I did not relax, not one bit. I did not enjoy myself on my cruise.
I don't know. You relaxed at about beer number 50. or drink number 50.
I averaged 53 or 57, I don't remember, drinks a day. And you know what? I don't regret a single part of it. Like I stayed sober for like 90, but like also it's funny because like you and Dawn and Courtney are different than me.
Uh-huh.
If you ask me what my favorite time was, I loved being able to gamble single deck blackjack and having the waiter come and just constantly refill. I never drank Tito's and Sprite, and I still haven't drank it since the cruise.
You're
But
welcome.
like I drank so many of those, right? And the waiter just kept going. And like I felt like a big baller because I would just throw up my hand and the waiter would just go, Nick wants a Tito's and Sprite. And here I am sitting at this table and they're like, they know what the fuck you want. And I was like, look, yes, like this. And so the things I love is like when you feel, and that's what I tell you all the time, you have to go to an all inclusive,
Yeah.
right? Because they will start to learn you within that little bit of time. And you will feel like $1,000,000. You're waited on, you're doing things. And so the casino, oh, you're giving money? Oh, baby. So I want to go
Labor Day next year, we're doing an all inclusive.
Where at?
I don't remember, but I'll tell
You're
you.
away.
I know.
I wouldn't want
I
that.
just took a trip.
Where at? You don't know. You have no idea where the fuck you're
I
going.
don't remember.
All right.
I'll look it up.
All right. So Tribs,
Yeah.
I think if you want advice and suggestions, on your cruise, just set yourself, hey, what can I afford to actually accept for the least amount of work, right? And then say, hey, or this amount of money, I'm willing to, do more work. And so if you are going to manage an entire security staff, you're not going to do that for, $10 an hour, right? But you're willing
Right.
to.
And there's, they listen, Nick, there's standards. You know what I mean? But
Yep.
unfortunately, some places you have to start at the bottom of the salary. So if the bottom of the salary is anywhere between 50 to 62,000, while some places may pay based on experience, others start at the bottom because that's just the way it is.
Sure.
And listen, I'm happy to get a job no matter what, right? I mean, listen, you're working. You're not at home. Your mental state is not on the fringe of a breakdown.
Yep.
I would be happy to work. And, and if I do like where I'm at, then I would like to progress.
And now,
because that's what happens.
on a personal level, is your wife working?
I do not have a wife.
Oh, sorry.
Girlfriend.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
When
So,
I remember on the cruise, there was a female
Yes.
companion, and I'm sorry. So,
Yes.
okay.
No worries.
So there's nothing else to there's nothing else to rely on. So it's just you strictly.
Right.
Okay. So I say, so that changes things a little bit because hey, now we're relying on
Right.
ourselves and we're doing things. Okay. So, and do you have an emergency fund saved up so that you don't have to rush into?
Yeah, of course I do. Of course.
Good for
Of
you.
course.
Well, let's say you'd be
Yeah,
surprised
so,
the amount of
well,
people
yeah.
have nothing.
Right. Well, and that's the thing too. You have to. At some point, you have to have that emergency fund, whether you're going to lose a job or not, because you don't know what life is going to bring. And you save for the future, right? And whether it's a 401k, a Roth IRA, or just, hey, I want to have this.
Yep.
You know what I mean? In the end. But yeah, I mean, listen, I'm at, like I said, all in all, to button it up, basically, I am in a great state right now because I do have a great support system. I pretty much, listen, 10 years down the road is 10 years down the road. I don't know what will happen tomorrow.
Yep.
But, save for a rainy day, add another cliche to this conversation. But all in all, I just wanted to get your guys' advice as to, the correct retirement age. And I understand it's biased based on personal experience, based on a lot of things, based on current economy and things of that nature. I appreciate your guys' advice. Thank you very much. You guys are not just advisors to me. You guys are friends. You guys are practically family, because in Italians, we don't have friends. We have family no matter what. So for that, I am grateful for your guys' familial relationship with me.
We love you too, man.
Trips, I say it really, and so, gosh, to hit on it more, and honestly, like we met you and we just fell in love with a guy who's willing to take time to truly care about us as people, and
Yeah.
we care about him as a person. Um,
Sure.
so when you ask us, like, hey, what is retirement? David, I say I'm going to tell you to retire 59 and a half, right? The day, right? But I will also tell you, when you start withdrawing, make sure you have 25 times the amount of money you want to live on per year, right? Because
Right.
statistically, the average is, over a 10-year period, you get 10%. But if you just withdraw 4% every year, you won't touch the principal on an average. So whatever you need. So if you need $100,000, right? We times that by 25, that's $2.5 million invested. So if you don't have that, get as close to it until you can't do it anymore without, and so honestly, if you're making $100,000 and you're like, hey, look, I just can't do this, but you know what, and sit down and make a budget and you go, hey, I can really live off of 60,000. I mean, right,
Right.
60,000 versus 100,000 is 1.5. We just saved $1 million.
Yeah.
And you're going to make $60,000 a year just off of interest, and you're going to go, hey, I'm not going to touch the principal, right? Now, if you don't
Right.
care about leaving that principal to anybody, and you're really okay, and hey, I want 60,000 and I only have 1.3 million, so you're taking 65,000 because that's what you need every year. You know what? Hopefully your life expectancy doesn't outweigh it, but really you're never going to give up your house, because like eventually your house, condo, whatever it is, will be paid, everything will just be done. You're just going to live a normal life. You're not going to live a lot like, when people realize that we're not living a life, honestly, I'm 36, but I understand that I'm not trying to buy a 180-foot fucking yacht worth.
You're not buying an island. You're not going on a trip every 2 months.
No, of course not. No,
Right.
you see, and here's the thing too, Nick, and you hit it on the head. Make sure you have everything done. If you own a house, make sure you pay it off in the time that you have before you retire, because that's an extra expense you don't need, and that's
Yep.
more money in the pocket.
Yep. And
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
most people pay off their house and they go instantly buy a car, because they're like, oh, we trade a
Right.
house payment for a car payment, and it's like, just stop it. And
Yeah.
I noticed that I happen to be very blessed that I'm young and stupid. So, because here I was, 20-something-year-old, like, wow, why does everybody have a new car? And then I started noticing that most of them were old people, and I was like, how do old people have this money? Oh, it's because their house paid off,
Yep.
and they're used to a $500 house
And
payment.
it's a status symbol, though. Those are status
that
symbols.
too. Especially
The
out in
cell
your
phone you
area.
have is a status symbol, right? The car you have is a status symbol. That's what it is, and that's what everybody was. The big dream back in the 80s and the 90s, right?
Yep.
When Wall Street was big, everybody was driving Mercedes, everybody was driving Cadillacs. Everybody wanted that, but the people who had that was doing that. They made their money to afford that cash.
Yep.
And they still had money coming in. Those are all status symbols. Here's my thing. You do what you want with the money you got.
Yep.
That's retirement. That's happiness. That's life.
Yep.
If you want to turn around and retire, you paid off your house, and now all you want to do is take your wife and your daughter, your son, or both, son and daughter, out on trips, 9-month cruises. You want to do friggin' vacations every 3 months in some ungodly place like Zimbabwe or wherever you want to go. Go do it. The thing about it is, in the end, are you happy? Not content, because there's a difference between the
Oh
two.
gosh, I'm
Are you
glad you
happy?
said that. No, most people do not say that, right? Contentment is not happiness.
No.
Let's be clear about
No,
that.
it's not. Contentment is, hey, I'm making my way. I'm not going to go forward. I'm not going to pass go and collect $200. I'm going to stay where I'm at and collect what I got.
So
Right. And happy may even be that way too.
so you watch a little bit of YouTube, you watch some things.
Sure.
The only okay, this is off the record because I'm not a financial advisor. The only
You
other
may want
advice
to hit pause on this.
no, it's fine. As I said, the advice I'm going to give you is the economists, the people I'm talking to, the things that are right, because we talked about it. I don't know if you caught it, but like, right, there's jobs laying off. I mean, you're losing your position, right?
Yep.
So we're gonna go into
Correct.
we're gonna go into a low. We don't think it's gonna be the worst possible moment of, but like you're affected, which I'm very sorry about. But like, let's say 15% of the workforce in the U.S. is gonna make this happen, but there is a huge push that 2030 is going to be a big recession amount of time. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's what I've been hearing too.
of course, right? And so I'm glad you're hearing it. I'm glad you're looking at it. But if you can set yourself up to get yourself out and get yourself ready to make it through without needing anybody or anything for 2030, buddy, I think, for the rest of your life, you're gonna make it just fine, right?
Yeah.
So if you ask me,
Listen, I'm not woe is me. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I've said it before. I'm not woe is me. I'm not, oh God, pity me. I'm losing my job, this, that, the other thing. My thing is that, whether it takes me 2 days, 2 years, 2 decades, whatever it takes me, as long as I'm happy, as long as I'm doing what I love to do, is in both professional and personal, pal, you're gonna see me skipping. You'll see me
say,
tiptoeing
my
through the
boy,
tulips. You know what I mean?
singing some Frank Sinatra on a
I'm
boat.
not that type of guy. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. I'll be on those 9-month cruises at one point. And if I am, please, freaking
Yeah,
change the PO box to cabin number 1127 on a boat. But all the same, listen, my thing is that, happiness, and this ties in, I can go long and drawn out. I really don't have much time, but, in short, to button it up, happiness is doing what you want to do. If you want to ride around in an 85 Datsun, but your house is paid off and you're doing all this thing, you're going hiking, you're doing yachting, you're doing all this other thing, and you're happy with it, pal, by all means, God be with you, right? Do what you want to do.
You've hit it on the head.
But the thing is, remember to be happy.
I don't know if you're still looking at Twitch, but like I just pointed to the board behind us, and
Yep.
and my life motto is literally do what I want when I want, right? With 3 explanations. Say, but like, and that's how I really feel. Like, you know, it has been, so it's funny because stupid thing to compare it to. Thursday mornings, David just went and see my masseuse. Thursday mornings, I set an alarm to get up. And my masseuse is like, you could pick any time. And I was like, no, but I want to get up early. I want to start my day out like this. I want to start my day out with greatness. And you giving me a massage every Thursday morning is the best thing that could happen to me. And she's like,
right.
Okay. And so like so I'm getting up because I feel like getting up at 7 a.m. I'm not getting up because my boss told me I had to be here by this time. My wife and honestly, if I'm late, I'm gonna text you and be like, hey, I'm stopping at fucking Burger King. But say it's how it is. So my philosophy in life has always been do what you want when you want to, because if you ever master that, you have made it, because nobody owns you except for and I tell this to people all the time. There's always going to be things that you're going to have to do, right? Like you're going to you're going to get hit with jury duty, right? That's your American
right. Sure. Yeah.
As a citizen, baby. Yeah. That's our right that we have to do. Yep. You're going to have to do, I'm a father, right? the teacher isn't going to move a fucking parent day, right, for one of me because I'm gone. But like, right there's things I'm going to have to do in my life. But the ability that I get to choose everything else about my life besides the very, very few things that I can't control, I think that's how life should be lived, right?
And you know, and the same thing should be said because, excuse me one second.
Please.
This is what I tell my guys. And I tell my guys and I tell everybody I talk to about this is the only person, and work related, but it could also be personal related too. The only person who can F this up is you.
It's you, baby. Hell yes.
And it's true. It's true. You
Yeah.
can have the most cake job, or you can have the most cake. You can have everything lined up. And the only person that can screw this up is you. Don't blame him. Don't blame her. Don't blame nobody else. Ultimately, it's your decision. You're an adult. You're 21 and over. 18 and over.
18 and over, baby.
Too.
Yeah. So.
You know what I mean? 18 and over, 21 and over doesn't matter. But, you know, the only person that can mess things up is you. So if you want to sit there and write the plan out, sit there and say pros and cons, weigh out everything, whether it's tripping off a curb or, you know, or planning your life out, however you want to do it, the only person who can mess up that path is you.
Yep.
And I tell this to my guys. I told it to my guys all the time, and they all looked at me and they're like, "Really?" I'm like, "Take a look at it."
Yep. No, and
you know,
the way you think about life, the way you hit things, I think made you successful and will make you successful coming up in your next adventure, right?
It's
Because
also, you know, it's also Nick. It's also the family I keep, right? The family at work. You know, the people I talk to. You know, the people I talk to at work, the people I talk to on a personal level. It's them. It's not just me. You know, I realize things for myself, and I may not be able to do it like Nick, Dave, or Mike, but I do it to my own liking, and I'll get to Nick, Dave, or Mike level in due time.
say,
Because
let's be
if
clear.
I start doing it,
let's be clear. It's not Nick, Dave, or Mike, and I'm not trying to be a dick to these other two, right?
It makes it a different level.
I really am. Like, and I didn't realize it until recently. Like, David, I love you to pieces.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near your level.
I didn't fucking know it, right? Like, we joked about the fact that you joked that I had 100 grand just to fucking lend out at no problem. I didn't fucking know this, right? Like, if you asked me, David, I would have thought you had 100 fucking grand, no question.
I'm going to be under 12,000 in medical debt beginning next month.
Like, I know you're in debt, but like, if you asked me what I thought your savings account was,
I have no liquid.
Right, I know.
Money.
I now know this.
Yeah. There's no liquid. Everything of mine is tied up.
Mike is over here, like, and so like I'm finding out that America does not think. So it's funny because David will stop and pick up a penny, and I respect him for it.
Listen, boys, I gotta go. It's been nice talking to you. I gotta run because I'm not at home.
No, you're good. Hey, enjoy that cruise.
Have a great trip, brother.
Make it happen.
I
will.
I
We'll
will.
hope to talk to you soon.
Nice talking to you guys. I definitely want to be on your show next time. We'll talk about the aviation journey, huh?
Love to hear it.
Yeah, and I really want to see what the other podcast is doing for you. If you've started to back up or not.
Well, you know, it's like everything else. It's in the works. You guys know as well as I do. Podcasts are.
We've taken months off.
Everybody thinks it's easy just to hop on and talk, but you know, there's a lot that goes into it. So,
it's good talking to you.
Good talking to you guys. Thank you.
Take care, brother.
Take care, guys. Bye.
So, yeah, I don't have liquid assets. I have had liquid assets, but I'm at that point where I don't have them.
I had no idea, right? Like, really,
most people don't.
Yep. And I'm finding this out, right? I'm making loans for fucking 4 days. Like, I'm making fuck you loans and I'm not afraid. I'm happier than shit, right? Because a $70,000 loan on a Friday is paying me $700 on a fucking Monday. Dave, do the fucking math on that.
Unreal.
Like, fuck, dude. Like, $700. Like, It pays for my bowling season for the year for fucking 4 days for
Yep.
me to have 70 grand. I'm not trying to brag to the fucking audience. I'm not trying to do things. I'm not trying to be that guy. I just didn't know. And I understand not everybody has 70K, but like I didn't realize that people are just so fucked. Like you're one car accident away from fucking eternal debt.
So
Right?
when we talk about these things, and I tell you that the system's so fucking broken,
The system's so broken.
these are the reasons why I'm telling you the system is so broken. Healthcare is so broken because
Oh, we know.
if you get sick in this country,
Yeah.
that will put you into debt until you're dead.
My buddy, so I just gave him advice, right? My buddy has a $670 a month medical debt that he has to pay.
Mhm.
And I said, stop fucking doing that. And he's like, oh, I don't want my credit to be hit. And I was like, nope, it's gonna get hit, right? There's nothing you can do about it. Or you can pay the $700 a fucking month, but you have $1,000 fucking. He has a $700 car payment, a $300 a month insurance,
Mhm.
$1,000 fucking dollars for a car, $700 for fucking medical debt, ooh, and then credit cards beyond fucking belief. And I'm like, stop paying your like. It's like you want the real truth? Pay fucking a penny. Pay $10. Pay $10 every week, every paycheck towards your fucking medical debt. And when they send you to collections and they do whatever, you go fight it. You go in front of the judge and say, Your Honor, I've paid what I can afford because I can't fucking afford to live on nothing. The judge is gonna go, hey, he made an attempt. Fuck you, right? Like $700, right? Who can do this?
So, you know how I got my 3D printer?
No.
I had gotten a zero interest credit card for a while because I wanted to throw it on something I didn't have to pay.
Yeah.
That also paid the $8,000 rebuild of my engine.
Really?
Yeah.
For the credit card?
Yeah, I put it on the credit card.
Oh shit! I didn't. So your guy takes credit card.
Well, yeah, I went to the dealership because that's who does my work. So, I bought a $1,500 3D printer, which I paid off, and I put another $8,000 on that credit card, and I have until the end of December of next year to pay it. So, I'm making payments. And I'm okay doing that because I'm happy to take money if I don't have to pay interest on it. But I will not take money if I have to pay interest on it. The only two acceptable interest payments for me is a car payment and a house payment, which I have both. Now, I was gonna not have a car payment until my wife's car took a shit, and I could have gotten another car payment if I decided not to rebuild the engine, but the prices of used cars right now suck. And I'm not going to buy a new car and lose all of the value the minute I drive it off the lot. So my option was rebuild the engine or go find a used car at a reasonable rate, which rates just aren't great right now. So I decided to rebuild the engine. And yes, if I took and I cashed in a bunch of investments, if I took a draw on my 401 or 403B because I don't have a 401k, if I took a loan against it, or I'd have options to take care of stuff. I mean, if Nick made the mention that if I got in a car accident, I'd be fine because I have car insurance and I'm still paying for, the extra that Michigan puts on their car insurance for the, I don't even, yeah, I don't remember what it's called specifically, but if you get into an accident and there's medical costs, the car insurance company pays for it first and they pay the rest of your life if you're disabled. So, I mean, I pay for a little bit higher rate on my insurance for that.
Well, it depends on what insurance company you have.
Correct.
Because some Gentex was first, and then they switched it.
Yep.
And so my insurance became first because, hey, I'm gonna make sure I'm not going into fucking medical debt because my fat ass fucking.
Well, and that's what it is. I mean, we sit there and we have so many issues at this point because we've allowed this country, and it's not just since Reagan. Okay, there was bad politicians before Reagan, but Reagan really set a lot of this into motion with deregulation and allowing more monopolies. We talked about it on the phone, not on air,
right,
that the CEO of Kroger said, well, if you let us merge with Albertsons and have the biggest grocery store conglomerate in the United States, then prices would get lower. How?
How?
You have no competition if the number one and the number two companies merge. There's no more competition between you.
And first of all, like, okay, so if it made it cheaper for you, because are you telling me that the suppliers are going to allow you to be cheaper, right? Because Walgreens, or sorry, excuse me, Walmart, who I love,
Yep.
right? I love the business plan. If they own more, they're going to get it fucking cheaper. No, they
Huh.
buy fucking years ahead, saying this is the amount we
Yep.
want. So if you merge, first of all, you could go fucking pre-buy, say, hey, we're going to sell this, and now you're undercutting. Sure, you're wasting, but if you're able to undercut that much, you put number two out of fucking business. Like, stop being that guy, right?
But
Stop,
that's what
stop.
we've allowed that greed to
100%.
seep into every portion of our government, every portion of our households.
Yep.
You sit there and you get poor people that are literally fighting against their own interests,
Oh.
and they're not smart enough to see it.
So, and that's, dude, David, you know I'm a Republican, right?
You're conservative.
You know I'm conservative, right?
Yeah.
Poor fucking conservatives are the stupidest fucking people I've ever met in my life.
What did Trump say? I love the poorly educated. Why does he love the poorly educated?
Because
Because they
advantage
vote,
of them motherfuckers.
right, and they vote on one fucking issue, whether it's guns or
Abortion.
abortion or religion. It's
Guns. Like, are you
one fucking issue. That's
Blood.
all they give a shit about.
Because you know what? Like, dude, you could fucking never. So I say this, but like, you could never drive again. But if you can walk to the fucking gun range and you're happy to fucking shoot, hell yeah, I'm in. Right? Like, how fucking dumb are you?
Well, and here's the question: are you a gun owner?
Oh, yes, I'm gun. I own more guns than most fucking people should own guns.
Am I a gun owner?
Oh God, yes. You own shy of what I do, but yes, you own some guns.
I'm liberal, right? I'm a leftist.
You're a fucking liberal beyond liberals.
So
It's funny because you're liberal to where it's like enough of annoyance of a liberal.
Yeah.
So for a person who's sitting in a podcast room with another person, you're more liberal than I care for.
Yeah.
Right? Say
but
yes.
I'm a gun owner.
Oh, 100%. We've gone shooting together.
We have. How long has it been since you shot?
Oh man, say a year and a half.
I haven't shot since probably October of 2020.
Okay.
So we're going on 4 years.
I swear, I mean, it's probably 2 years, right? But it's ammo's fucking so expensive.
Do you fear gun control?
Oh, 100%.
Why?
You know what? I had this conversation with some people the other day.
This shocks me. Why?
Oh, buddy. Do I fear gun control coming into effect?
Are you afraid of what proposals have been placed for gun control?
No.
Why?
We were here. And I will remember this day, and I'm gonna fucking do it right now because I got a little drink in me and a fucking little tear in my eye. There was no sadder moment in my life than sitting here with you, looking you square in the face, just like I am now, and saying, holy shit, they made a fucking bulletproof backpack. Saddest fucking day of my David, saddest fucking day. Like, dude, I remember 9/11. Right? I mean, you see it. Like,
yeah, you're tearing up.
I say, you know what the fucked up part? Okay, here's what happened, right? So I told you about this. We talked about this earlier. If you're still with us, I'm very proud of you and I'm very happy. We talked about I went to fucking lunch with my buddy.
Yep.
On Monday, yesterday, right? He brought his son. Him and I were not supposed to bring his son. We were going to go golfing on the golf course. I had a 9:04 fucking tee time.
Yep.
Okay. He texted me at 4:00 in the morning, 4:05 in the morning, whatever it might have been. Said, hey, just to let you know, Byron Center, which is where the fuck you live, had a fucking threat.
Credible threat.
And they've canceled all fucking schools, and which included daycare.
Room to Bloom, which is the daycare program, all the way through the high school.
Yep. So he must be Room to Bloom. All I know is he said, hey, daycare is fucking closed. All the way through, right? And I said, dude, no, I said, fuck, that sucks. Like, no big deal. And so I was like, hey, he's like, hey, you want to reschedule? I was like, cool. Just text him back. Hey, man, like, I don't have a problem with fucking kids being around, right? Like, it's like, it sucks. So I called, fucking canceled our tea time. I was like, hey, bud, if you want to do fucking lunch, I'm fine with that, right? Like, and he goes, okay, cool. So we went and did lunch, but it wasn't the 4 hours we were supposed to get there. It was an hour, right? Kind of a thing. But right, the idea, and so he's like, oh, and so the idea like that comes up, right? I hope that every fucking threat that comes through, I hope they close schools
Every fucking time.
Here, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Right? David, how many times did fucking school get called for your fucking daughter for snow?
In an average year?
Dude, I don't give a shit.
The whole time.
Call it. You just tell me. You say hey, X per year, X per fucking.
So in an average year, I would say probably 5 to 6 times.
Okay, what about you?
I would probably say 2 to 3.
2 to 3. Okay, what about your fucking mom?
Probably less.
Great. Okay, less. Why the fuck did they call school, David?
Because it was too dangerous to go.
It was too fucking dangerous to go. Do you fucking understand what you like? This is the whole point, right? Like, this is the whole point I fucking tell people all the time. Your bus driver might slide off and fucking it'll end your fucking 50 people, right? On a bus. I don't hold on. There's 24 seats, 48. Let's call it 50.
Let's call it 50.
50 fucking people. It's gonna end your 50, right? If one bus goes off, if the rest of them, blah, blah, right? They're calling school because of slippery, unsafe conditions.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody calls and fucking has a death threat, has a fucking threat of some sort, bitch, you should be calling school because guess what? Now you've put the entire fucking school at fucking jeopardy, right? I promise you, oh, hey, if fucking something ever gets fucking said, my daughter will not be going to school. Fuck you, fuck your goddamn feelings and opinions. And again, I'm a fucking, you know what? There's going to be one of two things, and I hate to say this live and on air, but like, I will, if there's a threat and they make my daughter go to school, great. I'm either A, gonna fucking stand there, I'm gonna pat every fucking person down that walks through that fucking door, or my daughter's gonna, right? I'm gonna pat everybody down. My daughter's gonna stay home, pat everybody down, or you're gonna see fucking Big Daddy. I'm not afraid to admit everybody, right? Here, let me be clear about two things, right? So I own a 1911 45 that is fucking polished, right? Think about fucking Boondock Saints was coming out with the fucking another one, right? Polished, right? Oh yeah, I'm gonna stand right outside. I'm gonna let you know, hey, I'm gonna be that stupid fucking guy who has this thing waiting around him. But guess what? I want every backpack checked. If the backpack isn't checked, my daughter's out of school. Because if every fucking inch of everything isn't checked on a constant basis, I'm not talking about metal detectors. I want this opened up. I want it fucking gone through. I want you to pat these kids down. I want these fucking pockets turned inside out. I want safety for every last person that has gone there. Right? Here's the thing. My daughter, somebody told her, oh, the teacher's not nice and blah, blah, her class. And I was like, nice doesn't, I don't care, right? Unsafe, that's a completely different story. And we have to worry about being safe in her fucking class.
So, and I'm going to address this as gun nuts.
Oh, dude.
So the fucking gun nuts want all the teachers armed.
Fuck.
How do you feel about teachers armed? I don't want the reasoning. Yes or no?
No.
Okay, so
no.
I'm going to ask you this question as somebody who's been a youth coach for 21 years and a high school coach for the last 15, okay? If you as a coach, let's say you're in the bowling alley with the team.
Sure am.
Okay? And one of your kids comes in with a gun to shoot up the bowling alley. Are you going to attack that situation as you would if a strange person came through the door? Or are you going to delay? Are you going to think? Are you going to sit there and go, that's my kid?
Do you want, so I don't, David, something you should know about me. I don't play hypotheticals and what ifs.
I understand you don't.
Right.
But do you want that type of?
I'm going to let you know, right? So I'm going to let you know. One of those situations, it is a stranglehold, Nick's getting shot, and you're going to fucking be down, and I'm going to be behind you, and you're going to get strangled.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is if I'm carrying, you are not surviving anymore, right? So
see now,
let me put it to you this way, right? We had a guy show up to our fucking in our bowling alley who we've known for quite a few years, who happened to have a CSC,
mm-hmm.
and we just found out about it. I don't know, like a year ago, and all of a sudden, my assistant coach goes, "Hey, isn't that?" Hey, and I said, "Fuck yeah, it is." I was like, Doesn't he have a CSC? Yep, he shouldn't be here. And I said, I literally put my fucking bowling on the line. And I said, hey, we will not bowl until he is out of the fucking area. And they're like, what? And I was like, he has a C. And we pull up the fucking video, right?
Yep.
Proving that he was arrested for what he did. And I said, he is not allowed to be around children and this and that. And this is a high school event. And they said, fuck, you want us to take care of it? And I was like, boys,
Yeah.
I understand that you think of fucking me as fucking drunk Friday night, Nick. But at this moment, this is fucking Coach Nick. And Coach Nick will have safety of everybody. And he goes, all right, like, you know who you like, right? When you know who you are and you know what you represent, when you know what you stand. So they walk up and they go to him and go, hey, we're gonna have you fucking take off. And they're like, hey, you can't be here. And he's like, what? And he goes, look, you can't be here, right? And he looks at us and he wasn't there. And then we started our bowling, right? But like, no. Like,
So I'm going to take you
safe.
back to the hypothetical that you hate.
Oh, dude, it happens.
You think you would not hesitate
Or no.
with a kid you coached?
Did I coach? You will be on the ground. You'll be choked out. That is the.
I'm not asking that.
Depending on where it is.
No, I'm not asking that.
Okay.
I'm asking, are you just going to shoot him dead?
Are we aimed and up?
I don't know.
Nope. This is your hypothetical. You have to fucking go with it. You can't fucking choose. This is your hypothetical. Are we aimed and up?
I would say no.
Okay, aimed and up. Okay, so if you're saying no, then the answer is you will be told once, get the fuck out. There is no more than once. Right?
But again, that's a hesitation.
Nope. Yeah, exactly. It's a hesitation.
That's what I'm asking. So what these fucking gun nuts want to do.
My kid, right? My kid who's coming in who's pissed. And 90% of the time it's gonna be at me, right? Because I didn't start him, I didn't do whatever, right? Could be his own fucking teammate. But if you are coming in, you are aimed and up, and I have my own fucking weapon. Right? It's a hypothetical. Right? I don't carry mine. I don't open carry. I want to start up and carrying mine, right? Because I believe in it. But if I open carry mine, you will not be there.
Here's my question to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to make, and again, we have very different relationships with our kids than teachers do.
Very much.
Do you want to make a teacher have to make that decision?
Fuck no.
Why?
No, because that teacher has built so much. First of all, that teacher has built relationships with everybody. She knows what everybody's fear and everybody's everything is, right? Also, David, let's be conservatives.
Okay.
25 kids in a classroom to one teacher. I take out one. I've now scarred 24 for the rest of their entire fucking life.
Correct.
Because of that, right? Also, granted, it's going to scare the shit out of. We have, just like, okay, so like lockdowns, like I did them as a kid. Lockdown situations and lockdown. Did you ever do a lockdown? No. So like I did them, right? But
you were in school during Columbine.
That's exactly it, right?
I wasn't. I was 20. I was 21 years old.
Yeah.
I watched Columbine on TV going, what in the fuck is going on? I was actually dating a girl that was in high school.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
And so, right? Like
that really probably made me sound really bad.
No, like, I mean, 19 and 20, right? Like, but, the idea is, sorry. Right? Like, I don't think that's how it should be viewed things are changing and they're not changing for the better, right?
No, they're not.
How do we have a 10 o'clock spam call?
That's a great question.
You and I, here
Let's
we go.
see.
Bucks and Bruises, Nick. Yeah, Bucks and Bruises, Nick.
No, I can say shit.
Hello? Oh, you motherfuckers.
Bother us for nothing.
10 p.m. on
10:02.
Fucking Tuesday night. Yeah. And you're going to call me. All right, so right? Like I don't know. I mean, it's just
You coached with me for a year.
yeah.
I gave you the rundown on those kids before you
But
got there.
the hard part is if you I'm gonna be sexist for a minute.
Okay.
If you ask me if I can take a fucking girl out versus a boy, couldn't take a girl
A
out.
boy would be way easier.
Way harder for me.
Really?
Or wait, a boy?
Boy.
A boy would be way easier.
Way easier. Yeah.
Way easier.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, but
Like,
let's go back to the team we
it
coached
sounds
together.
fucked up.
It does, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So, like, before we started coaching that season, I gave you a list of kids that were on the really watch this kid because I want to cut them. Ashley was on that list.
Yeah.
And you looked at it and goes, I know this family.
Yeah.
They can play ball. And I went, I don't care. She's an asshole. She's a huge pain in the ass. I don't want her.
Yeah.
If she had walked into practice with a fucking gun, I couldn't have put her down. And there's no fucking way I could have. And I didn't like her.
Yeah.
I couldn't have done it.
Well,
I would have hesitated. Somebody would have died.
let's be clear about this. Right? So, like, just so everybody viewer knows, David, do you have a CCW?
I have a concealed carry.
Correct.
I have a CPL.
So, excuse me.
Concealed pistol license.
Yeah.
I have.
Sorry, concealed
Correct.
carry weapon.
Yep.
Sorry. So,
Yep.
you have a C. David,
Hmm?
you're a
I'm a what?
liberal.
I'm a liberal. Yes.
Okay.
Very liberal.
David, am I?
No,
Okay. Do I have a CPL?
you do not.
David, like I believe in the Second Amendment rights.
Uh-huh.
Right? I have a right to carry. Right? I have a right to bear arms. And to me, if you're bearing it, bear that motherfucker loud and proud.
I have no problem carrying it on my hip without a concealed carry.
Do I feel uncomfortable walking into a place with a fucking person who has it on their hip? Absolutely. I'm not afraid to admit it, right? But you better be sitting before you walk in. And if you walk hostility, right, I will call you out. I've done this, right? Because somebody fucking walked in and they had their fucking gun in their hip and they're just, and their wife is fucking pissed because they're late for fucking breakfast at IHOP. I said, excuse me, are you okay? Yeah, why? Why? Because you're fucking hostile and you have a fucking weapon on your fucking side. That's none of your fucking business. It is my business if you're coming in here fucking unintentional. And I de-escalated the entire situation. I said, look, you have to understand that not everybody's comfortable. Just that's their problem. You're absolutely right. Yeah. You know what? You're going to make it my problem here in 20 seconds if you fucking don't fucking figure this out. What are you trying to say? I was like, I'm not threatening you. I don't have a fucking weapon. You don't see it, right? The fact is, you know what? You need to calm down. You need to figure out that you walking in here, fucking yelling and screaming, isn't going to help anybody. I was like, I will de-escalate this, and I will fucking. Oh, well, no, we're just late, and we're supposed to meet people. And I was like, and we just got our fucking. They got their fucking CPLs actually. Fucking. That's why they were late because they were getting their CPLs. I was like, are you fucking stupid? Like this, it blew my mind, right? So they're open carrying, but you don't walk in. You don't walk in fucking hot, big and bad. You don't do anything, right? Your first time concealing it, right? You carry it in your fucking butt crack and you hope and pray. But like, David, you carry and I don't, right?
I carried at the Pride event here.
Exactly. And you're way better than me.
And my wife sat here going, I have security. Great.
Great.
And I have my pistol on my hip.
Yep.
Well, you don't need it. Right.
You're right. Congrats.
But it's on my hip
Bingo.
just in case.
You know what? I say.
It's in my car right now.
Yeah. Is it really?
It is.
And that's the whole thing, right? Like, so people don't understand is, so David is so much more liberal, so much more everything. And me, I'm going to assess. I'm going to figure. It's funny because I will tell you, I will ask questions first, shoot second. You, I would tell you, you're going to shoot first and ask questions second.
I never want to use it.
Depending on the situation.
Yeah, I never want to use it.
But like, if somebody showed up here, the event that we had here, right? If a big ass crowd showed up and somebody stormed, I'm scared that you would literally just fucking do it to if they attacked your wife.
Let's take it back to a real event that happened here.
Yeah,
That bitch that we fired.
exactly.
If I'd have been here,
You would have pulled.
she'd be dead.
See, and the difference is me. Nope. I mean, but like I mean, you're a little older, right?
I am.
But me, Okay, you're gonna get one hit, right? And you got a free one. It sucks, right? But we're at the point you're gonna get yourself out of here. And I truly believe in the justice system. We talked about it earlier.
I don't.
I've gotten fucked so much by this justice system.
I don't believe in it at all.
I don't blame you, right? Courtney was so surprised that I believe in the justice system.
I have too many examples of it absolutely fucking people over. I don't trust it. I don't believe in it. I don't think people really get what they fucking deserve.
Yeah.
And I know that as the husband of a wife who
Oh.
survived a rape attempt.
I guess. I mean,
I say that as a husband of a wife who was physically attacked in her own business.
Mhm.
I'd have put the bitch down. I shot her dead. I wouldn't have thought fucking twice about it. I probably would have gone to jail because it wouldn't have been justified for me to shoot her.
Correct.
Because she wasn't attacking me.
But
and I wouldn't have given a fuck.
And so and I'm trying to be respectful to you, but like you're the reason we shouldn't have people with guns.
100%.
Right. Like it's not disrespectful, but it's respectful enough to let you know you're why we shouldn't have that. Right. Like, because you won't take the second question to figure out,
No, if I saw that person attacking my wife or my daughter, all bets are fucking off.
That's it, right? Like, so if that person, and you know what bothers me is it doesn't bother me, but like if that person showed up because they got drunk one night on let's say tonight, and they show up at your house and they start egging your house, do you shoot?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
What if they pull in your driveway?
No, I'm not gonna. I don't give a shit about that stuff.
What if they? Okay.
If they broke into my house?
No. Like, what if they start knocking on your door?
No, I don't give a shit.
What if they say, "Hey, come out and fight"?
I'd probably go out and fight them.
With or without weapon?
No, I wouldn't go with my gun.
Really?
No.
What if they have a baseball bat?
I'd go out with a baseball bat. I have plenty of softball bats. I'll go out with a
you'll go
softball
even.
bat.
What if they have a knife?
I'm probably not going out. If they have a knife, I'll call the cops.
Okay, but you're entitled to a gun.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. Sorry, I don't know if you know this. I mean, you've taken the class.
Yeah.
You are allowed a one-up weapon.
Correct.
So if hand fight equals you get a knife.
Yep.
Knife equals you get a gun.
Yep.
Right. So in Michigan, that is our rules. That is a regulation. And that like this is my whole point of fucking law. Right. You wrote. I don't need a gun for a gun. I don't need an eye for an eye. You made the rules that state, hey, you want a fist fight? I get the next weapon up. And if I chose to show up with the next weapon up, I get it. If you fucking lose, that's you problem.
If the situation is reversed and she had attacked me,
yep.
Would I have drawn my gun? No.
But your family, you would.
Absolutely.
Surprising.
It's my job to protect them.
That's exactly it, right? Like
it is my job to protect my wife. It is my job to protect my daughter. It is my job to protect my mother. If somebody goes after them, all fucking bets are off. If they go after me, I'll handle myself.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
And I'll do it without a pistol because I don't need a pistol to handle myself. But if
well, it's funny
I had seen her back my wife into the corner like she did,
yeah,
you're fucking done. I would have told her. I would have said, you need to back the fuck off or I'm going to shoot your ass dead. And she would have said something stupid like she always did.
They always do.
And I'd have shot her ass dead.
Yep.
And I wouldn't have thought twice about it.
And it's so weird to me because so like, okay, so we just talked about it. I own a 1911.
Yep.
Right, which is a 9.5-inch fucking barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I own a Ruger Mark II. I own a couple other hand. What do you own? Sorry, what is your conceal?
My conceal is my Ruger 380.
Exactly. So, and that is 4.5 inches. Exactly. Right. Like this is not
even my Ruger 9mm that I have is not much bigger than the 380.
Correct.
Because I bought it as a concealed carry.
Mine, right, is a fucking eye opener.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mine does not. I don't conceal mine. Right. Mine is not meant to be. Oh, hey, baby. No, your fucking first warning is, oh, she's shiny. She's purty. It'll blow a fucking hole in a wall. Right. over here. Hey, I don't have one. Don't. Blah, blah. You're ready for the sneak attack.
See, I'm
I'm
to
ready.
me, it's not even about a sneak attack.
Somebody's gonna sneak attack you, and you're gonna fucking be ready to be like, "Hey, calm down, fucking get out."
I see it. I never pull it. I never show it. I strictly use it as a concealed carry.
Okay.
I don't need anybody to know it's there. Like my wife knows.
Yep.
My daughter will know you knew because I was sitting next to you.
Yeah.
But I'm not brandishing it in any way. I'm not letting people know it's there. It is just there, just in case shit goes sideways. That way, somebody's protected.
Yep.
I don't believe in that. A good guy with a gun will stop a bad guy with a gun bullshit. I don't buy that for a fucking minute because it's not the fucking truth.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, a good guy with a gun will shoot the wrong fucking person and somebody's dead for no fucking reason.
And you know, same. I sent you a video. Did you watch it
I don't know.
by chance today?
Today, probably not.
Okay.
What was it?
It was about basically gun rights and abortion.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before.
Really? It was
Yeah.
like, it was
Guns
like, hey,
have more rights. Yeah.
no,
No, it was. Keep talking. I
it's like,
remember.
like you have to, in order to get an abortion, you have to wait 48 hours. You have to
Yeah.
talk to your fucking parents and
Neve
family.
did it.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Neve. Neve did it, and he talked about why don't we make guns as hard to get as an abortion?
Correct.
Yep.
And so I was sitting here just going, like when he was talking, I was like, I don't give a shit. I'll wait 48 hours.
That's my point on gun control.
Right.
When I asked if you have an issue with it, and you're like, I do, but the reality is you don't, because if
No.
they made you wait a month, you'd wait a month. If
Dude.
they made you wait a day, you'd wait a day.
Yeah.
Just filling out paperwork doesn't bother me because you have nothing to hide.
No, nothing at all, right? But like I have a it's very hard for me because right, I like shooting an AR.
Yeah, I
Okay.
get it.
Do I feel if you asked me, and this is the liberal side of Nick, right? I have a 9-year-old.
Yep.
Okay, if you said, Nick, you're not allowed to own AR until your daughter is out of college, and if she starts, your daughter's 29.
Yep.
She just finished college.
Yep.
A year ago.
Something like that.
But if you were to say, hey, you are not allowed to own an AR while she's in college, even if she's online, you couldn't have it in your house.
Mhm.
I would have no problem with this for some reason, right? Like I'd be like, hey, David, if you called me and said, hey, I have a kid, but if we both called your mom and said, hey, we need to put a fucking weapon at your house in a safe, we'll be down in a minute. I'd be fine with driving my weapon down there, driving all the way down there, then grabbing my weapon and then going to shoot on a random Saturday.
Yeah.
Right. For me to go get my weapon doesn't affect me. I don't need it in a split second. This isn't fucking for you. It's I don't want to call it He-Man. I say G.I. Joe, like things like that, right? This isn't fucking Power Rangers for me, baby. Like ain't nothing attacking that I need to fucking Mighty Morph to do this. You know what? I'm gonna plan it. I'm gonna go shoot. Like, if we were to talk about shooting on air right now, I'd be like, "Hey, David, do you have 3 Saturdays from now available
Yeah, I can
to
probably figure that
fucking
out.
go shooting?" Right? And you'd be like, "Yes,
Yep.
no." And I'd be like, "Cool. What about Sunday?" And like, I'd be like, "Great. Let me go grab some fucking ammo. Let me go get some things." And that's how I live my life. We were saying, it's true story. My daughter's seeing a therapist, right? And so the therapist looks and goes, hey, do you have weapons in the home? And I said, abso-fucking-lutely I do. And she looked at me like I was fucking redneck hillbilly, hell yeah, Second Amendment rights. And I said, let me preface that with the fact that I guarantee my daughter doesn't have an idea where the fuck they are. And she goes, huh? And I go, Emerson, where are my guns? And she goes, are they downstairs in that little chest drawer? I was like, nope. The fucked up part is directly across the hall in a fucking safe area. Like they're literally, I can't even call it
50 feet.
15 yards.
Okay.
Right? Like, say, which is 45 feet, right? From my daughter, right? no fucking clue. She has no fucking idea. She knows that she probably knows that there's $100,000 in fucking cash in that fucking safe, right? She has no idea if there's fucking guns.
So let's go back for a minute.
Yeah, please.
Because you brought the fact that I have a CPL.
Yeah, you do. Which and I don't, and I'm fucking Republican.
But why do I have a CPL?
Because America fucking
No.
why? Here's my guess. Because America makes the standard that says, hey, if you want to hide your weapon and not have any legal litigation against you, you should own a CPL.
Nope.
And that's why you should have it. What is your reasoning for having a CPL?
You want to know?
Yeah, of course.
My first year at Godwin,
Okay.
my aunt calls me.
Sue?
Yeah. She goes, they're doing a concealed carry license at the conservatory in Plainwell, Gun Lake Conservatory. I said, okay. She goes, I really want to take that. I said, okay. She goes, I don't want to do it alone. I said, all right. She goes, would you do it with me? I said, sure, I'll do it. Neither one of us ever shot a gun. Okay.
At this time?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Had ever shot a gun.
Oh,
ever.
shit.
And I said to her, I'm like, Aunt Sue, why do you want a CPL? She goes, well, I live in the country and I want to be able to protect my house. You were at her house. There's no fucking reason this woman needed a gun. None.
Okay. Yeah. So.
And she could have had a rifle. Did she? She never left the house. She didn't need a fucking concealed carry, Nick.
Didn't I shoot a 22 rifle?
Yeah, she had a 22 rifle.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah.
I mean, she had it, but
yeah.
Again, she didn't go anywhere. She never had to go to work.
And she never went out back shooting until we came around.
Oh, no, she did.
Oh, did she?
Because her and I would go and shoot because she felt like once she got the CPL, she needed to.
Well, this is all after the CPL.
Yeah, it was all after the CPL.
Practicing, baby.
Correct. So we started shooting together the end of 2011.
Okay.
And she passed in October of 2015.
Okay.
So for 4 years.
Yeah.
The only reason I got a CPL is my aunt. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
And I keep it because that's something her and I did together. I don't necessarily need it.
No.
But I keep it.
But you do.
Because of my aunt.
So, and the fun thing is I want to find people like you because I don't have a CPL.
Yep.
You know what I can't do?
What?
Open carry on a fucking school property.
Yep.
Do you know what you can do?
I cannot.
Yes, you can. If you have a CPL, you may open carry on school property.
I think you're wrong.
So, do you not remember the diesel tech in Granville? The big, huge controversy?
No.
So, they held a huge rally at Granville High School and all that, right?
Yep.
So, if you had your CPL, you could open carry on high school property, right? And that was Granville's rules. Now, if you couldn't conceal it, right? So you would get checked. You had to have it but you had to have a CPL in order to unconceal it, right? Like, which was fucked up to say. But so there's no gun zones, right?
It is lawful under Michigan law for an individual with their permission or who is licensed to carry a concealed pistol to possess an unconcealed firearm on school grounds. I did not know that.
Unconcealed.
Unconcealed. Yeah, I did not know that. I know I cannot conceal carry.
Right.
I did not know I could open carry.
You can open carry.
You're right.
Me
cannot.
Both of us, right? The exact same fucking right.
Yep.
But because you have rules and regulations and you learned, you are allowed to open carry.
Well, let's talk about how hard it is to get a CPL.
Please, fucking David, tell me how you and your fucking 90-year-old aunt got CPLs.
She wasn't 90.
David, please tell me. I mean,
we had to go take a class that was about 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And then we had to go out to a shooting range and hit a target from 10 feet with a 22 pistol.
A Ruger Mark II, because I am deadly accurate, and I don't mean deadly because I've killed things with it, but like I would put my money against an average person that I will fucking outscore you.
You didn't have to hit inside the target. You just had to hit the piece of paper.
Really?
Yeah. It didn't matter where it was, just hit the paper.
Like my Mark II. Oh, David, I am real good.
Nick,
Real good.
it was harder for me to get a driver's license.
I can see that.
I had
Parallel
never,
parking's a
I
bitch.
had never shot a gun until that day. And by the time I was done with their 3-hour class or whatever it was, and I shot the target, I walked out of there with the paperwork to go get my concealed carry.
No shit.
Yeah, that's all it took. And that
and $150 or whatever.
It was like 110.
Yeah,
at the time. And
then how often do you have to renew it? 3 years, 5 years?
I think it's every 4 or 5, depending on where it falls. I think.
Sure.
I don't remember. It says on the license. But with that, I could then go with that license, buy a gun, and walk home with it that day. No waiting.
Sorry. So I can buy a shotgun and a
rifle
within the same day.
I can buy
a
handgun
in the same day.
I can buy a handgun and walk home with it the same day.
Okay. Because like when I bought all of my handguns, so the only way I can buy a handgun would be I have to go to the courts and get them to do that. They fingerprint me. I bring that receipt to my buddy, and my buddy sells me. If I go to MC Sports went out of.
Yep.
I bought my 1911, which was a $950 fucking 1911. And I bought it for $300 because MC Sports was going out of business. Yep. That's why I own a polished fucking 1911. And so, just that kind of a thing is, hey, here we go. Like, we're doing the right things. And I don't care. I don't care how long it takes me. This is a weapon I want. This is what looks pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I want that. So, I know we got off topic like crazy tonight.
I might have to split this into 2 episodes.
Yeah, I feel bad for Eye Candy and the actual other half of Mad Men Mental Health, but I wanted to hear what's going on with him, and we didn't get to talk to him. He's
not enough.
He's sleeping tonight.
Yes.
So, Tribs, honestly, we will always cut off our voices to hear yours. So any viewer, right? Any viewer we will have come on constantly to talk about what their problems are. So David, any last thoughts that you need to tell everybody?
Well, I guess, since we just got on that little political kick there, make sure you vote. Big elections coming up in the United States. They're doing a debate tonight. Make sure you vote.
I'm going to give Brett Favre a shout out.
Okay.
Brett Favre went on to X, Twitter, whatever the fuck it's called, and said, hey, I hope that every person makes their own decision based off of their own research, feelings, and opinions, not their favorite actor, actress, athlete, or something else, right? Like, and I was like, I don't know where he stands. I know nothing about it, but I will tell you that his tweet, I like it. Good for you for getting people to understand.
Are we talking about the same guy?
Brett Favre.
Yeah, the guy that showed his dick to reporter.
Yeah, but like
stole money from welfare.
It was welfare, yeah. Like I don't know about the reporter thing, but like I remember the welfare thing.
When he was with the Jets.
No, he's with the Jets. No, wait, he's not. Wait,
no.
Did Brett Favre really go to the Jets?
Yeah.
I remember Minnesota.
The Packers traded him to the Jets.
I thought
he was there. He was there for a year, and the Jets traded him to Minnesota. Just like they traded Aaron Rodgers to the Jets.
I hope Aaron Rodgers goes to fucking Minnesota. I don't remember the Jets.
Oh yeah, he went to the Jets and he got in. Well, he didn't even really get in trouble. It got found out that he was sending dick shots to a female reporter.
Did she ask for it?
No,
she didn't want it.
No.
Okay.
But somehow she was the one that was found at fault.
Really?
Yeah.
Because she asked for it?
No.
Say
because he was
Brett Favre.
Yeah. That fucking guy.
But I will tell you, I'll give him credit because I have to give. You know what? No matter how shitty of a human you are, now we're gonna talk shit about fucking Brett Favre. But I hope that you suck at life and nothing else good comes of it.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit, but great advice.
Great advice, right? Like, congrats, you've done one good thing in your life, and that was give decent advice.
Yeah, that's great advice. You're a piece of shit, but that's great advice.
I love that we can agree upon this. So, guys, as always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. I officially broke the rule of 1 beer, but I'm very happy about it. The Philanthropist and a couple oil
rigged.
Yeah, rigged. They were good. I really enjoy them.
I enjoyed my Fatheads Brewery Bumbleberry. That was very good. The Stone Imperial Notorious Pog was also good.
Yeah, that's a great beer.
So thanks for joining us, guys. We hope to be back with you in the next couple weeks.
We'll be back next week.
We don't know when.
Might be later next week because I'm going on vacation. I'll come back, and
Well, we have Start Garden on Wednesday, so fingers crossed we win some money.
if I can't do Tuesday, it'll be Thursday. So
I could maybe do one of those 2 days. So
All right.
we'll get this up soon and talk to you guys soon.
You've dialed in.
To Box and Brews, you might hear something
You can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use.
smarts of these
Because
stuff.
they know the brews.
And they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
And save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks.
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
brews.
and brews.
Bucks and brews.